It's Monday, the 22nd day of June 2026. Boy, oh boy, hasn't God been great? The Lord has been good to us, brought us this far. Good morning and welcome to Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. It's Monday again, a new week has opened. And as always, it comes with its own feeling. Some people are beginning with energy, others are beginning with pressure. Some are already thinking about the bills, the work, the meetings, the school fees, the deadlines, and the many things waiting for them. So that is what Mondays always do, don't they? They remind us that life keeps moving, whether we fully prepared for Monday or not, whether we are fully ready or not. But it's the beginning of a new week regardless, and we have to move on.
My ears are fed.
In fact, this Monday, I want us to look at a very interesting image. On this day in 1986, Diego Armando Maradona, he gave football one of its most talked about moments at the World Cup. And I'm talking about the hand of God. The hand of God was controversial, it was debated. It's still remembered after all these years. So this morning, we're not looking at the controversy. We're not going to glorify cheating. We're not saying people should cut corners. Not at all. We're not saying that use the wrong hand to win. No. Let's take it differently on a Monday morning. Let's stay with the image of the hand, because every week the hand does so many things. The hand can build, the hand can break, the hand can lift, and the hand can push down. The hand can sign what is right, and the hand can approve what is wrong. The hand can give, and the hand can take. The hand can comfort, and the hand can wound. So as we begin this Monday, the message is simple from me to you. Let your hand not be used to destroy. Let it not be used to cheat. Let it not be used to pull people down. Let your hand build. Let your hand support. Let your hand work. Let your hand bless somebody. As we look into the stories making the news this morning, from security concerns to accountability to health needs to the hopes of the nation, one thing is clear, that talk alone is not enough. Somebody's hand must do the right thing. Somebody's hand must enforce a certain law. Somebody's hand must account for the money. Somebody's hand must fix what is broken. Somebody's hand must help where help is needed. So a new week is here. This is my prayer for you. May the work of your hands be fruitful. May the help you need find you. May the hand you need to bless you, may it find you. And may the hand that you have also bless people. This is Sunrise. My name is Noble Crosby Annan. Good morning to you again. We're live on 3FM 92.7. Live also on all our social media platforms at 3FM 927. We're here till 10 a.m. and all we're coming to do is to talk about the motherland. Patrice Amegashi is here with me. Patrice, good morning, Senior. How are you, sir?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm doing great. I'm excited about the day.
Yes. Yeah, the weekend was good.
Oh, it was awesome.
Nice.
Fantastic. It was remarkable.
What made it so nice for you?
Those are secrets that only my head can keep.
When you say them,
you
refuse to be Patrice.
Oh no.
Those secrets.
I mean, this weekend was fantastic, and I bless God for that. And church was also awesome yesterday.
Nice.
Why?
Nice.
But what is wrong with that young man?
DJ Phil.
I'm not happy with that kind of reaction. As if to suggest what I said did not mean.
Because they've never mentioned church before.
Patrice is an assistant pastor.
You see?
Associate pastor. He's a senior man of God.
I lead praise and worship and you don't believe it.
I didn't say I did not believe it. It was Crosby who reacted to it.
He's not a pastor, though.
And he also knows you more than I do. So that means it's a three-way now.
But it's good to see you, Senior.
Good to see you, my brother. Good to see you. Yeah.
A new week.
Absolutely.
New
So many good
stories,
things.
new energy, new things happening in our motherland, Ghana. Although the weekend was interesting.
Yeah.
In fact, yesterday was Father's Day.
Yes, it was Father's Day.
Yes. And a belated Father's Day to you.
Yeah, belated. Happy Father's Day to you.
Yeah.
And to all fathers, we appreciate the work that they do.
They
the good
deserve
fathers, not the bad ones. Not the evil ones.
Well, yes.
Not the ones who just plant the seed and then run away.
It's true.
No.
But we should still wish them happy Father's Day.
Oh, really?
They're still fathers. I mean, although they may not meet certain criteria, certain thresholds.
Yeah.
There are a group of fathers that...
Why do we pamper people? So this is it. This is the issue I have with Mother's Day, especially. For Father's Day, it looks like people just take it for granted. So most people forget that it's even Father's Day.
Yes.
So let's look at Mother's Day and Father's Day. So like you're saying, because they're fathers, let's just wish them well and wish them happy Father's Day. I have a different opinion to that. So for me, when it gets to Mother's Day, a lot of people are like, oh, my mom suffered, she took care of us, she sold her cloth and she sold all her things, she would wake up this and do that and do. So I'm like, that is what you are looking at, that is what you're making us understand. But my simple question is this: what kind of a mother married that father of yours who neglected you? So when I say what kind of a mother, I am asking, was she advised against
making that decision?
Thank you. Was she advised against marrying that man? Did she go latch on somebody else's husband?
Okay.
Was it a truancy? You know, those kind of things.
Yeah.
All those, like she just wanted to be an outlaw. And the result of that is that you didn't have a good
a good father figure.
Exactly. So in that regard, why are we praising the mother and saying, oh, mothers have suffered, mothers have done? No. Let's look at the bad decisions women took. They should advise all of us. Exactly. So that it will say, because if every time it's, oh, happy Mother's Day, mothers are suffering, mothers are hard, mothers are dead, you know that kind of thing.
I get that.
Yeah. So we need to correct that misnomer within the system. So anyways, happy Father's Day to every father.
Happy Father's Day to all fathers.
Who is a happy father and believes in themselves that they are playing the role of a father.
Yes, the ideal is that you be a responsible father.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether biological or otherwise.
Yes.
But I mean, personally, I also think that if you're not responsible as you should be, you produce a child and you run away.
Yeah.
Well, that's your own cup to carry.
Absolutely.
It's between you and your God. But
the
fact that you are a father, I mean, you at least you gave genes.
Yeah. I mean,
that should be celebrated in a certain way, that you brought life to the earth. So if you are responsible, you're not responsible, happy Father's Day, but be responsible. You see, it's not only a day for applause as well.
Absolutely.
It's a day for reflection, changes that the fathers can make, so that they help build the family. They're the heads of the household. If the father is not seeing top, oftentimes the family does not see top.
That
you
is
understand?
true.
So the fathers should be careful. They should let
fatherhood is not a small thing.
It's not a joke. It's not a joke. Phil, it's not a joke, is it?
Oh, it's not a joke.
It's not a joke at all.
But fatherhood is easy.
It is?
It is very easy. I keep telling people it is very easy. So many people are like, why do you say it is very easy? It is very easy. Hey, to be a man is difficult, and so to be a man is not difficult. Life is all about decisions. Life is all about decisions. When you're not ready to take up the mantle to do a thing or the other, do not walk into it.
Right.
Very simple. If you are not ready, you know you are not ready, you are not packed up, you are not socially compatible, you are just not there. Don't run into anything.
Okay.
Because point is, when you plunge a family into chaos with social irresponsibility, financial irresponsibility, whose fault is it to come and rectify all those things? You get it. So you should know from the onset that I am not ready and willing to have a child or bring a child into this world or to handle a family. Why do you rush in to go have sex? Some would say, okay, protect yourself. If you can't, Charlie, they say, it is what. But I mean, people say fatherhood is difficult. It is not too difficult.
It's just about decisions, eh?
Yeah, it's about
making
decisions.
the right decisions.
The
Anyways.
world is about decisions.
Yeah,
The world is about
yeah.
decisions. Yeah.
Let's start with the paper, Senior. What do you have?
Okay, so look, lots of them. And let's see. Okay, so let's start off with the Daily Democrat. This morning has on its front page, SIC Insurance unveils electric vehicles and expands green transition. And then agro processing, key to economic transformation. That is Dr. Eric Opoku. There's a lot I need to say about that. Group petitions NPP NEC to expel KENEDY AGYAPONG without hearing. And then assassination attempt on Adwoa Safo. Brian Echampong appeals for NPP reconciliation before 2028. And finally, Kwesi Pratt rejects symbolic justice for enslaved Africans. So that is the Daily Democrat for this morning that says nothing but the truth.
I'll take you to the Ghanaian Times newspaper this morning. There's an interesting story here that I believe we'll get time and then talk about. The banner headline, it says that ban social media for under 17s.
Yeah.
Children spend 7 hours online daily. Hey,
Yeah.
they spend 7 hours online.
Oh yes. And even more. Far more.
7 hours out of the 24.
Yes. You see, the thing most people don't realize is that most parents leave their children to social media because they need to attend to other things. You get it? Some force them into a certain situation because deal with social media. I have to deal with other things.
In fact, we'll talk about this story. We'll deal with it.
The Ghanaian Times has a lot of great stories this morning.
So ban social media for under 17s.
Yeah.
Children spend 7 hours online daily. Child Rights International is saying, comes with a picture of Bright Apia. He is the executive director of Child Rights International. Also, lavish displays falls halt of SHS graduation ceremonies. It comes with a picture of the Minister of Education, Haruna Idrisu.
Another good one.
And before the weekend, social media was awash with graduates of senior high schools, people presenting vehicles to the awards, money bouquets, and all of that. It generated a lot of conversations. And in fact, the Ministry of Education had to intervene in a certain way. The Ghana Education Service also had to intervene in a certain way, and it's been banned. We'll talk about it as well. Also, government focused on job stability growth, according to the Vice President. Adwoa Safo injured in shooting incident. Police launch probe. That's on page 3 of the paper. You go to the back page. Sickle cell birthing demands national response, according to experts. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. The center spread of the Ghanaian Times. Let's see. We'll find some papers. Okay. Details of the social media ban, lavish displays, as well as government focus on jobs. What do you have, Senior?
Okay, so I have the Ghanaian point. It says Kantaka inheritance and family property dispute turns bloody. Adwoa Safo shot and 6 arrested. Christo Asafo installs Nana Codjoe Safo Akofina the first as new leader. And then KGL Group extends support and encouragement to Black Stars ahead of England World Cup clash. You know, they've been the headline sponsor of the Black Stars for the last 4 years, so they are telling the Black Stars that go in and beat England for us. Other stories include lower the temperature, lend your influence to NPP's healing. This is coming from Brian Echampong as he appeals to KENEDY AGYAPONG. And also on the front page, Education Ministry suspends SHS graduation ceremonies, cites rising extravagance, peer pressure, and corrupt values. So that is the Ghanaian point for this morning.
And now I'll take you to the Publisher newspaper. It says that gunshot misses Adwoa's head, grazes her ear. It comes with a picture of injured Adwoa Safo. That's on the front page of the Publisher newspaper. The front page also says Codjoe Safo leads Christo Asafo despite guns and blood. GS bans show-offs in SHS, stops graduation ceremonies nationwide.
Oh, that's it. Okay, so let's go to the custodian. The custodian this morning says that Mahama is now chief clearing agent. Nana Kumia is asking that. Nana Kumia is director in charge of communications and branding for Dr. Bawumia 2028 campaign, and is saying Mahama is now chief clearing agent. And then ex-deputy, you know, they are very good friends. Nana Kumia and John Mahama are exceptionally good friends. So
Nana Kumia is one of the refined communicators of the NPP.
He's such a nice guy, but he stopped taking care of me, so we have matters to deal with. So Nana Kumia, if you're listening this morning, that's a text message for you.
You don't wish him happy Father's Day?
Maybe happy.
He's a former father.
Oh no, Father's Day, but not happy.
He's a former father.
Nana Kumia, happy Father's Day to you. Also, ex-deputy minister goes for Bono NPP chairmanship slot. He has a picture of Nana Yao Afo, Bono Region NPP chairman hopeful. Also, Brian Acheampong rallies full support for Bawumia. He denounces needless distraction ahead of 2028 elections. And he's pictured here with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, that is Brian Acheampong. And then gunmen shoot Adwa Safo. 6 suspects arrested. And World Cup 2026, Ghana braces for crucial clash against England. So that is it for the custodian this morning.
The Republic Press newspaper this morning says that chaos at Christo Asafo. Adwa Safo injured in shooting incident. That's on page 3. It comes with a picture of Adwa Safo with some blood all over her face. Also, rain turns Kaswa Accra Highway into nightmare. Commuters trapped for hours in flood chaos. Also on page 3 of the paper, Brian Acheampong steps into MPP rift. Urges Ken to join Unity Drive on page 3. Father's Day, let's continue to build giants, according to President Mahama. He is the first father of the country, of course. Stay focused, resilient, Samuel Oku urges Bawumia. And finally is lawyer Burma Sapon receives rousing welcome in Fija Secretary East as he reaffirms commitment to serve.
The news center this morning, edited by Elvis Darko, says 2 dead, over 1,400 displaced as floods ravage Summerboy. So that is the 2 dead, over 1,400 displaced as floods ravage Summerboy. I think Summerboy is somewhere in the western region.
Yes.
Look, I hear that is a very wealthy neighborhood area or community.
Wealth in terms of natural resource, but not wealth in terms of
physical resource. Physical resource.
Not wealth in terms of the living conditions of the people there.
I kid you not. 12-year-olds can spend monies that you have saved over 10 years in 2 days.
Because it's a mining community.
The galamsey that is going on there is so heavy laden. And look, the town is rich. The boys are rich in Summerboy, but this is talking about the rain displacing them. So it all has to do with digging, not refilling, displacing the forest, and now it's coming back to bite them there at Summerboy. Also, kids online threats rising. Kids online threats rising. This is attributed to Bright Apia, who's executive director of Child Rights International. And then CRI warns Ghanaian children face rising risk of exploitation, abuse, and harmful content. Also on the front page of the news center this morning, Ghana faces $248 million immunization financing gap. That is quite dangerous. And over 10,000 Burkinabe asylum seekers seek refuge in Ghana. Ooh, quite dangerous.
Over 10,000.
Over 10,000 Burkinabe asylum seekers. And this is one dangerous thing that is climbing the security ladder in Ghana. That is so not good. So people are coming from Niger, coming from Burkina Faso and all that. When you visit any of these francophone countries, you don't stay or live there without any identification. These people are creating a completely new neighborhood in certain areas that we need to speak about. And the point is that they are growing day by day. They started coming in as young boys coming to cut that thing. What do we call it? Those waste metals. They call it scraps. So you call them scrap dealers and all those things. Exactly. And then gradually, I have noticed, fathers have started coming, mothers have started coming in, aunties are there, children are there. It's a community all by itself.
And now 10,000 of them are
yes, and
expected.
this is just opposite TT Brothers, close to where the Zonda place is. It's terrible.
So, the question then becomes, how prepared are institutions to deal with these people? Because
we are not.
Gradually, in the next years, the influx will be much higher than we're having it
Absolutely.
now. And I don't know whether there should begin to be the system where you see in the US, for instance, ICE. They on the street, they see you, they can ask you where your papers are,
Absolutely.
what you're doing here. Then should we start doing something like this?
It should have started long ago. And this is coming from a police person who says and claims that a lot of buses that are coming from Togo into Ghana carry these boys in it. And so you're asking at the checkpoints, what do you look out for? And the point, if they don't have any identification, should they participate in any crime, how would we be able to scoop them out? That is very difficult. And the point is that everybody's life is at stake. Danger is looming. You get it?
That is true. That's on the security aspect.
Yes.
But the economic problems are also very true. These people are coming with their own expectations, their own demands on the resources that we have in the country.
Right.
If we're not growing our resources as a nation to take care of even the indigents, if foreigners come to add up to the number, it means we are competing for the same small amount of resource.
Yes.
And it becomes like a scrabble for resource.
You're absolutely right. I agree with you.
But how have we not been able to deal with even the children we find on the streets?
I have no idea.
And then now we're going to look at finding a way to deal with these additional communities that are already building up.
So it may get to a point where it becomes the South African issue. So you see what is happening in South Africa. I am not in full support of it, but I'm not fully against it either. Because they are making a lot of sense, claiming, go back to your country, put pressure on your government, tell them to do what?
To fix the country.
Let them fix your country. And that is a good call. What I am not comfortable with
the violence
is the violence that is associated with it. And the states being silent on it.
Well, I hope the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Interior Ministry,
absolutely,
the BNI as well.
National Security.
I hope they are on top of issues in this regard and finding a way to deal with it. Because in the coming years, I see this will be a major problem in the country. Already, Guta is having to battle with retailers all over Accra because they are not supposed to be having shops selling some things and all of that, but they are doing it because the law is allowing them to.
Crosby, this is a very dangerous thing. I kid you not, because look, there's one thing about bandits. What they do is that they sniff around and they look at where there's an opportunity. So when they see that security is lax on these people, they can just infiltrate.
They are one of them.
Yes, they come in there, they put in a little money, set up, a supermarket for the boys, put up a TV set where they can come and watch games, buy DSTV, because bandits are being supported by or financed by other people. So they'll be in there, so people find them, oh, these are nice guys and so on and so forth. And then one day would wake up and realize that the so-called Boko Haram that we're all running away and talking about right here with us.
In Ghana.
Let me finish off with a news center that says that how did $208 million illegal drugs originate from Ghana to Australia?
$208 million.
Yes.
Originates from Ghana.
From Ghana to Australia. Anyway, so that is the front page of the. You led me to opening into the middle or the center spread. So to see there's something here. Oh, it's all about CSR.
Well, talking about center spreads, the Ghanaian Times, that's where the ban on social media for under 17s is captured.
Yes.
We can start with that, can't we?
Yes, let's do that. Let's do that.
So, Child Rights International has called for a ban on social media access for children under the age of 17, following findings from a recent study which revealed high levels of screen use among children and growing exposure to online risks. The study indicated that children in the country spend up to 7 hours a day online. So that is just online.
Yes, 80% of children.
Imagine so online is 7 hours.
Yes.
You spend like maybe 3 hours games.
Yes.
So 10 hours out of the 24.
Yeah.
So how many hours do you have to sleep? Do you have to be productive and do you have to learn?
Yeah. That is quite dangerous.
It's further found that about 80% of children aged between 5 and 12. 5 is very low.
Yeah. People give their phones to children to stop crying, or to stop disturbing them, or to stop worrying them.
And if you start something like that, it is difficult to ever stop.
Absolutely. Some give it to their children so they can go and participate in some activities.
You see, and the impact of screen on children, maybe it's something that one day we'll have to talk about. It's so huge. A lot of the children that we're now seeing who have some speech delay, speech impairment, a lot of them can be traced to early screen exposure.
So is it the spine? It affects the spine also.
The posture of the child.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then the eyes.
You see, you're watching cartoons.
The eyes.
They are not communicating properly to you some way.
Anyway.
It further found that 80% of children aged between 5 and 12 use digital screens daily, with mainly spending between 2 and 7 hours on devices, mainly mobile phones. The research, which covered over 8,000 children in urban centers, including Accra, Kumasi, Sinyani, and Tamale, was conducted between March and May 2026. In a report signed by the executive director, Bright Apia, he warned that the rapid growth in internet access and smartphones was exposing children to serious online dangers. The report stated that one of the most disturbing findings of the study is the growing exposure of children to online sexual content and exploitation risks. Very disturbing. It identified sexual invitations, inappropriate messages, and sexually explicit materials as some of the most common harmful experiences children encounter online. Now, CRI observed that many children access social media platforms without adequate parental supervision and pointed to the lack of effective age verification systems on many platforms. According to the report, children were increasingly exposed to harmful content through online advertisements, gaming platforms, social media recommendations, and pop-up messages. The organization further noted that children who use devices owned by adults may be exposed to unsuitable content, explaining that this often results from algorithms responding to the browsing history of the device owner, who may be a parent.
Yes.
Now, beyond online safety concerns, the report highlighted the impact of excessive screen use on children's development. It found children who spend longer hours on screen are less likely to engage in outdoor activities, interact with friends, or spend quality time with family members. Now, they are warning that unrestricted access to digital platforms increase the risk of online grooming, cyberbullying, bullying, sexual exploitation, and other forms of abuse. Exposure to inappropriate sexual content at an early age can have lasting psychological and emotional consequences, adding that such exposure could affect children's understanding of healthy relationships, personal boundaries, and appropriate social behavior. They are raising concerns about what is described as a growing digital supervision gap, and explained that many parents and caregivers lack the knowledge, skills, and tools needed to effectively monitor children's online activities, cautioning that if the trend continues, family interaction and communication could decline significantly in the coming years. They are calling for legislation to restrict social media access for persons below 17 years. Senior.
So, look, there's another aspect of antisocial and unethical grooming that is going on with this kind of thing. Many people do not know. You know that the mind of the child is so fertile that so many things can be put in there. Can you imagine if somebody is grooming them into violence? You get it, into groups. You know, do you have other friends who can join in? Yes, I can call Kofi, I can call Codjoe, I can call Ajwa, and all those things. That is a formative thing. Do you know what they are doing to you in the house? You have items, or you think that they are just children. They can steal. They can connive to even murder you because they would ask, oh, let me see your house. Oh, turn on the video, let me see. They look around and see that you're coming from a very rich family. And they tell you how you can also make it, how you can drive that car your father is driving, how you can pull it out and make this money and spend lavishly. So the concern that Bright has raised is quite a serious one. This is advice to parents. Look, the mobile phone is not the only alternative for the child to either keep quiet or get focused.
Right.
There are so many other things that you can deploy. There are so many other things you can deploy to keep the child restricted within the social, ethical lines of growing up. So if you are a weak parent, and for you, the only way the child can see the future, and you may be saying, oh, go outside the country, travel outside the country and see how children are using mobile phones. No, it is so wrong. And I can prove it to you. There are a few countries. So in Australia, they've taken the most far-reaching step by introducing the world's first nationwide ban on social media for children under 16 years.
Okay.
So those who believe that when you travel outside the country, they are doing it, the developed country, children are growing. No. Indonesia, they moved aggressively, introducing restrictions in 2026, preventing children under 16 from accessing major social media platforms.
So restrictions.
Restrictions.
Okay.
To use social media platforms. Malaysia, they implemented age verification requirements and restricted users under 16 years. France, you require parental consent for social media under 15 years. China, they operate one of the world's strictest digital safety regimes for minors. For them, they restrict children online activities and access to certain content. Theirs is total restriction. Go to the United Kingdom. Under 16, no social media. Spain, they are now considering a ban on it, and they're also doing it with 16 years. Greece, following suit. Poland, they are drafting a legislation to prohibit access to children under 15 years. Austria, they are discussing it. The restrictions, yes, they brought it down to 14 years. Denmark, oh Lord.
So it means all countries are realizing that there's a core problem that should be addressed.
It is. It is dangerous. That social media is not the platform for your child to learn at this age. Because the exposure and the mindset is not ripe enough to get there. We have nerds. We have children that we know that, they are smart and all that. But it doesn't mean every child is. So in your rush to position your child as one of those nerds who should be referred to that, hey, this boy
don't think they'll do that through social media.
Social media.
You see, we say that children under 17, they cannot vote. They cannot go and buy alcohol. They cannot marry. They cannot make certain independent.
Because he goes online and he says it was a friend who introduced him to that online portal. So these are the things.
You see, we have to find a way to deal with this. And I'm linking this to the latest from the Communications Minister, Sam George, when he spoke about using Ghana Card to verify your age before you log on to some adult sites. Well, maybe the idea is good, but the formula or the format to implement it is a little challenging.
Okay.
These children are not accessing the adult content by visiting adult sites. They are all over social media.
Right.
So if you don't find a way to regulate their use of social media or their exposure to social media, yes, you can even ban the sites for them. Do whatever you want to do to the site. They don't have to go to the site to get them.
Absolutely.
If you're going through TikTok, X, you find these videos all over the place.
What do we mean by my child needs a mobile phone? Yes, your child may need a mobile phone, but then we have those mobile phones that they're limited to the keypads. That's all. So if you want to call your child and speak to your child, and child means 0 to 18 years. So if you want to call your child, give them that kind of a phone, but don't give them the phone that has access to online sites and all those kind of things. So for me, no parent has got any reasonable excuse to say that reasons A, B, C are what I'm laying down to say that. Okay, let's see. We have some other newspapers, right?
Yes.
Daily Guide says AGYAPONG shot, 6 arrested. Ban under 17 on social media. And then that's also the banner headline. Police foil Bondi mine concession takeover. Unites behind Bawumia to NPP. Avoid negative attitudes. Reverend Wengam to pastors. And that is the front page of the Daily Guide for today.
Anyways, I'll go to the Daily Graphic,
Right.
but I just want to make one final point.
Yes, please.
I will not support a complete ban. I will look for restrictions and then strong parental supervision. That is also
These are the parents who don't have the time.
Yeah, so you can't really supervise.
And you see,
but do you want to risk it? Do you want to
complete
Do you want
ban.
to choose your job or whatever you're doing over the safety, the psychological upbringing of
So
your
this
child?
is how you are reasoning. You are reasoning that every parent is like you, well brought up, is working 9 to 5. I mean, that kind of thing, reasonable. No. When you go to the areas, a lot of squatters and people who are not well brought up, they don't understand parenting. Parenting is not taught in school. Marriage is not taught in school. These are two subjects that need to be taught in schools. It's a different subject for another day. No, parenting, it's like you just allow a man and a woman to raise a child any way that they so believe. Yet you want them to be ingrained into the society, to become what you want society to hail them to be. But no, not all parents are wise. Not all people give birth because they planned it. Children are born out of wedlock and all that. People hate each other and all that. So even whatever is happening to the child, they don't care. For me, a complete ban on social media would work effectively. Now, what you're saying with regards to parents restricting
Guidance
and monitoring and
yes.
guiding has to do with the fact that they need to cull some information from online sources to complete their assignments. That should be home, where you sit with them either on a laptop or a desktop, and then you can coordinate that. Thereafter, you shut it off. The only phone they have access to is the one with the keypads.
The telephone.
Yes. Why do they need social media? Why do you need to give your child a sophisticated phone? Anytime I've seen my friend give the child a sophisticated phone, I fight. I take it from them. So most children don't like me, but finally they get to fall in love with me.
And just to support the argument you're making, whatever the child wants to learn on social media, I mean the good things, the child can find them at other places that are not social media.
Great.
So you can make those pages or those websites available to the child to learn on a desktop or a laptop that you're talking about, and not use the phone. Because Charlie, if we're not
There's
careful,
one more thing that we may be missing. The teachers of today. A lot of our teachers of today are the ones causing this problem.
How are they?
Reason: they would tell the children to go look for certain things that they can only find online. They call it research. This is not the time for the child to do research.
But they can do research properly, not social media research.
So all they tell them is to go online. So speak to friends who have children who go to some of these schools that we call big time schools and all this kind of thing. They tell the children to go research online and bring some information. So by so doing, that child moves in.
Well, it's an opening.
Yes, it's an opening.
It's
So
an opening.
we need to look at the teachers also.
Maybe
from that side,
be specific with where you want the child to go to look for the information.
But why do they need it at this point in time, my brother? Books.
They are building themselves
At what
digitally as
age?
well.
No.
I mean, if you're 15 years old, you should be able to have basic IT skills.
Absolutely. I'm not in disagreement.
And basic research skills as well.
I'm not in disagreement.
And you do that with a computer.
But all these advanced countries are telling you that social media sites must be blocked. Some from age 14 and all that.
So that's why I'm saying that.
If you don't have the science labs where we have all the laptops in, you come to school and there are restrictions on what. I mean, here at this is what's the name, a media journal, you can't visit just any website. No. Even as an adult, you are not. You are restricted by the IT department. So if it is not something that can be controlled, why do you leave your child to the tools that they can use to come and destroy yourself?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. But I also say that for the teachers, if you, based on the conversation we're having, if you want the child to do something online, okay, this is the assignment. You can find it. You can find responses related to it, visit www.sosoandso.com. Go there, and then that one is fine-tuned, is limited.
I love your mind because you've forgotten about pop-ups.
You see, and that's when
www something, then the pop-up will come.
That's when regulation comes in, just like Media General is doing. You can't even watch movies.
Yes,
watch movies. So for parents, even if you're using a desktop, find a way and do the restrictions.
Even for the mobile phone.
Yes.
Even for the mobile phone, I think that is it.
If you're not careful,
verification thing should really work, and it should come from. I don't know how the telcos can do it. So, for example, let's say MTN has a way that when you go in on a certain website on any of their phones that has their number, you can be restricted. And age, I don't know how technology can do that.
Well, maybe there will be a way, but
So let's take the VFT.
Yes,
the VFT says that Kofi Bentil says before they vanish, government appointees must answer. Before they vanish, government appointees must answer. I'm pretty sure he's referring to somebody like Ken Oforiatta because Oforiatta vanished and he didn't answer anything.
Ebo back one of UP.
Yes.
1, 2. Ken Oforiatta ran away.
In other news, it says West Africa pushes strong tax cooperation to fund development. And then government eyes regional gas hub role. Also, on the economy, GSS calls for tighter supply chain monitoring as producer inflation rises to 5.8%. And the banner headline says, tokenization to boost capital markets depth and expand access to finance. That is coming from BOG, that is the Bank of Ghana. On the back page, yes.
I heard tokenization.
Oh, no.
Tokunu.
No. You have to be careful. Hey, Araba will come chasing
the
you.
former CJ.
I hope she's doing good. I hope she's doing good. She must just throw down the gauntlet and stop chasing after the wind. It will never reach anywhere anyways. So GCB Bank hosts Ugandan Central Bank delegation to advance regional financial market collaboration. And Emirates expands operations with additional weekly flights.
The Daily Graphic this morning, the front page, Next Step Summit adopts 18-pillar framework for reparatory justice on page 13. Restrict social media access for children under 17 years, Child Rights International to the state. Flood in Cape Coast, summer boy submerged. Comes with the pictures of an entire community, an entire enclave. That the flood is not at the window level, at the roof. And it's a drone shot. Also, you find... Memphiman Community Bank records 154.9 million cedis as profit. The back page has some sport. Asari faces biggest test against England. He is one of Ghana's goalkeepers. We don't know whether he's number 1 or he's number 2. The center spread says birth and deaths registry set for mobile registration in hard-to-reach communities.
Beautiful.
Takwa MP champions multi-billion-dollar manganese refinery project. GMPC Exploco, as well as TATU sign knowledge transfer MOU. Okay,
so can we go online now?
Yes.
All right, okay, so let's see. So let's go to Ghana Web Online. So Ghana Web says that a gun from her car was firing. That is an eyewitness giving accounts of Adwoa Safo's incident.
The eyewitness says what?
What?
A gun.
A gun from her car was firing.
What
the person didn't say whether she was the one holding it or the gun was just firing.
The gun was the gun was pulling its own trigger. The gun was shooting by itself. What cartoon lifestyle is this? AI.
Another one says, Adwoa Safo fired first shots before security response. That is church lawyer alleging that. Also on Ghana Web, it says, hey, it's about Adwoa Safo. Nana Kwejo Safo Akofena, the first, installed as new leader of Christo Asafo Mission. So does it mean there's a rift between Adwoa and the brother?
Well, that is what it is looking like as we speak. But we don't have confirmed
because if your
reports.
brother is the one being installed as chief, and you run into the gates firing gunshots and so on and so forth, then that means you were not in
that's
favor.
That's the account of the church and some eyewitnesses.
Yes.
We've not heard from Adwoa Safo herself.
The reason...
And we also know that there's a case in court, an injunction application. Yes, from what happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Maybe that necessitated Adwoa Safo's reaction yesterday.
But the reason I would gravitate more towards the fact that there's a rift between them is that is your brother being installed as chief to take over. Are you saying you are the one supposed to? Because if your brother is being installed as chief and you are not in favor, why would you... Well, anyways, so that is it. There's a problem between the two of them. Also on Ghana, there's a big problem. I can conclude on that.
It's a fair conclusion to arrive at. Good deduction.
She wouldn't ram in there like that, unless maybe she was bringing food to him and they were not allowing her to go in and she started firing shots.
Bringing food yesterday. The videos that were going around yesterday. So some man, he had taken aim on the ground with a gun.
Really?
Yes, on social media.
Wow.
It was not.
That's too bad. That's too bad because to wrap they were saying they were firing warning shots, but warning shots are supposed to go into the air.
But we saw
so
them
why were they on the
cars.
Anyways.
Maybe the car was in the air.
Baka Vomawa slams selective justice over Ken AGYAPONG's corruption allegation. Also, pay for all the sex fests. Mother-in-law's remark on child support goes viral. Oh, wow. So gunmen open...
Say that again?
Pay for all the sex fests. A mother-in-law's remark on child support goes viral. I think it has to do with a Ghanaian living in Asia. It's Apreku Kelvin Darlington, who has appeared on a TV program saying that it demands DNA for the test, the wife and children. So that's
To 3news.com this morning, 6 arrested over shooting of ex-MP Adwoa Safo, just like we're talking about. And of course, we'll talk about that briefly as well this morning in our conversations. Also on 3news.com, Assembly's poorly accounted for 500,000 cedis drip funds released in 2024. National Drip Coordinator, I'm talking about the former MP, the former sports minister, Nilante van der Poy. Christos Afo denies shooting claims, accuses Adwoa Safo of damaging church property. Assembly struggle with road maintenance due to funding gaps. National Drip Coordinator is saying. On Most Popular on 3news.com, you'd find Shraj is determined to extend its presence to all districts nationwide. Reparative justice, the pursuit of historical justice, must be guided by truth, understanding, reconciliation, according to President John Dramani Mahama. In Seshi Asafo, man in late 20s found dead after allegedly attacking church members. And Parliamentary Select Committee on Local Government and Rural Development raises concern over undisbursed disability funds by assemblies. These are some of the stories you find if you visit 3news.com. If you go to My Joy Online, Utah gives government June 30 deadline to resolve welfare issues. Maybe something we can get into this morning briefly. The latest from Utah. If Frederick is listening, we can do that as well. Also on myjoyonline.com, inferno at Sekondi Fishing Harbour averted as firefighters battle massive fuel blaze. You find some stories as well on on My Joy Online. Finally, City Newsroom, Utah warns government. That's a story that I'm talking about. We can talk about that as well. So these are some of the stories that you'd find if you visit the various online portals this morning. This is still Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. We have a quick spot of commercials to go for. When we come back, we'll get into some more conversations. Maybe we'll start with Utah. You never know. Stay with us on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. Join us on our social media platforms, 3FM 927. We can get interactive there. Now, the University Teachers Association of Ghana, they are back in the news, and this time the issue is bigger than one allowance. So at the heart of the matter is a simple complaint, if you like. University lecturers say government is delaying on agreements, allowances, salary adjustments, arrears, and conditions of service. They have given government up to June 30 to resolve these outstanding issues or face possible industrial action. And I'm sure by now, when you hear UTAG talking about industrial action, you know that they mean a strike action. But this conversation should not be reduced to lecturers threatening strike again. Why do we keep hearing, or why do we keep waiting until labor unions threaten strike before agreements are respected? UTAG says negotiations on an interim salary adjustment agreement have been concluded, but the agreement has still not been signed. They are also raising concerns about book and research allowance, something that the education minister spoke about. And this was like a week or two ago. And they are also talking about promotion arrears, salary arrears, post-retirement contract, amongst others. So there are a few demands that they are asking of government. Dr. Samuel Kingsford Segla is National Secretary, University Teachers Association, is joining us. Doc, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, and good morning to your listeners.
UTAG may be threatening strike again, an industrial action. You've given government up until June 30 to do some things you've been asking for a while. What are they?
All right, thank you. And once again, good morning to your cherished listeners. We work as employees of the government, and we have what we call conditions of service into our service that we render the state. From time to time, we review these conditions of service and agree every 2 years to review these conditions of service. Our conditions of service expired on 31st December 2025, and there was a need for us to review or renegotiate a new conditions of service. We were informed by government that they were in the process of transitioning the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission into an independent emoluments commission. As a result of that, all negotiations are to be put on hold pending the operationalization of the Independent Emoluments Commission. As employees, reasonable employees, we agreed, but we said in the interim, since we do not know when exactly this new structure will take place, can we have some agreements, some interim adjustments to our emoluments as we wait? So we had that discussion with the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission. We agreed on some interim arrangements pending the operationalization of the Independent Emoluments Commission. It's been more than 2 months after we concluded the agreement, and we were supposed to sign these documents so the implementation could start. Unfortunately, the government side has not been forthcoming. We have followed up several times with the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, and it does appear that they are also handicapped because they need clearance from the Finance Ministry to go ahead and sign this agreement with us. This has been pending. So if you recall, last week we spoke and we said we were going to have our National Executive Council meeting in Hope. And indeed, we had the meeting with representatives from all the 15 public universities. And we resolved that we are extending our period to 30th June, giving government some additional time to regularize these things. And then if that is not done, we will lay down our tools. That is not all. Apart from the conditions of the, we have some other things, promotion arrears, sabbatical leave, steadily with pay. We have some other allowances that are due some of our members, which have been pending, and these matters have gone to the National Labour Commission. The National Labour Commission has ruled on these matters several times. The latest was 4th June. The NLC gave a directive that the Ministry of Finance should pay these monies to the affected staff, but all of these have not been done. So these are the reasons why we will lay down our tools if government fails to act.
So what you're essentially asking for is that government signs these agreements.
We expect government to, as a matter of urgency, sign this agreement now, between now and latest by 30th June. If that is not done, we will lay down our tools. Not just signing. After signing, the Ministry of Finance has to issue a letter to the various universities and the Controller and Accountant General Department, giving them mandate to implement the signed agreement.
So it brings me to my next question, that if government signs the agreement but delays payment, will that be enough? At least with that, you know that the document is available, it's been signed, government has a commitment to you. But due to circumstances maybe beyond their control, they may not be able to pay as early as they should. Will that be enough?
The agreement has timelines, effective date of implementation, which is even passed already. And I have also told you a short while ago that we have some agreements that we signed in the past, which government has not yet implemented, and for which reason we want to embark on this strike. So it has always been the case that we sign these agreements, and then after signing, it takes another struggle to get a letter issued to the implementing agencies. And this time around, we are not ready for that. Once we sign, those letters will have to be issued so that those who have to implement will execute the agreement.
What about if government invites UTAG back to the table before the deadline?
We are always ready for dialogue. We are always ready to talk, but the talking must result in tangible for our people. So anytime we are invited, we will avail ourselves within the timelines we have given. Beyond the timelines, we will advise ourselves.
But essentially, does UTAG have a good level of trust in the levels of engagement that government is having with them in relation to the demands that they are making?
So this will have to be put within a context. If you are in the kind of work that we do as labor unions, this is not the first time we are negotiating with government, and not only this government, successive government. It has always been the practice that anytime you sign an agreement, the government goes back, you would have to chase, you have to pursue for implementation. Okay, so that level of trust exists, but not as it's supposed to be. That is why going forward, we want to say, once we sign the agreement, we want to see action on that. Because when we wake up in the morning, nobody comes to remind us that we need to go and teach. As I speak with you, I'm driving on my way. I have a lecture in the next 30 minutes. And I'm driving through traffic, making sure I get there in time to teach. Nobody reminds me to do that. So when we do our work and we need to be compensated, we do not expect to be moving from place to place, struggling and chasing people to sign documents for us to get what is due us.
I see. Again, I think I asked this as my second question. But if the agreement is signed, but government is not able to pay promptly, can government have some breathing space from UTAG that the agreement has been signed?
I must mention to you that already in the agreement that we have now, we have already given government some breathing space because, as I mentioned earlier, the condition of service expires 1st December. So ideally, SU arrangements start on 1st January. But the government side also mentioned that things are difficult. They needed some breathing space. So we have made some concessions already in terms of the effective date of implementation. And I believe we have done well. Nobody works and says what is due may take part of it away. So we have shown good faith from the beginning, and we expect government to also reciprocate.
So now the ball is in the court of government, essentially.
Certainly.
Dr. Sagla, thank you so much. Wish you all the best.
You're welcome.
Dr. Samuel Kingsford Sagla is National Secretary, University Teachers Association, UTAG. UTAG and government, they are friends one day, the next day they are enemies.
It is just frustrating, and some of these things I can't just pin a finger to what the causes are, but it is pretty obvious that it is the other side of the bargainers, government. So the point is that those in authority, what is your responsibility towards this arrangement that you have with, is it what? UTAG?
UTAG, yes.
Great. So you claim that after every 2 years, you would have to do a realignment, renegotiation, and all that kind of thing. So if it is something that you have accepted, why would you want them to threaten a strike action before you decide to come sit at the table? I think this is something that the Minister of Education ought to sit up with the Minister of Finance, these two people. Because we can't keep, look, it is very ear-jarring to be listening to the same thing, coming back, repeating itself, regurgitated, and so on and so forth. Aren't we fed up with this? That was the reason I didn't say anything or ask any question to Doctor on the line, because it is just beating one side of the drum so many times. And it's nonsense. You get it? The point is that who is the supervising authority? Who signed up for this arrangement? If this arrangement has been signed up for, why are you delaying them? Why are you waiting for them to threaten a strike action, which is going to take students back? Delay them some academic leverage over a period of time. So for me, some of these things, they even need not come into the fray. I'll be very grateful if we got the Minister of Education on the line, or somebody from the Ministry of Education, to speak to this matter once and for all. And I think these are the things that I keep saying. Look, if the president, through the chief of staff, really wants things to be well in this country, these are the kind of things they need to be monitoring. This is what the chief of staff is supposed to sit and monitor. That if you have been put in the position of trust as the Minister of Education, you have entered into an agreement with UTAG, and you are allowing them to threaten a strike action before payment is made.
You entered the agreement willingly.
Absolutely, because it was two parties that decided.
You knew
to
the
enter
resources you had and all options you have, and you
that is
agreed
it.
On
that is
whatever.
it. So for me, it beats my mind that we come back to the table discussing matters that are just trite. You get it? So we need somebody from the Ministry of Education, and we need somebody from the Ministry of Finance, because education may say that we have done everything else, but it is the Finance Ministry
that are not releasing
let everybody come and tell us the reason. And if you believe this is not something you can do, why did you append your signature to this?
But UTAG says they are open to going back to the negotiation table, but of course we don't think that
should it be back and forth every day like
this?
Go and
rescind the agreements that have been made.
Should it be back and forth every day? So it's like when you're repeatedly doing one thing over and over again, two things. Either you're doing it deliberately or you're a fool. That is the thing. Either you're doing it deliberately or you are a fool. So why would you be put in the category of being a fool if you have signed up to something?
Right.
Look, nobody puts a gun to your head to sign an agreement unless you did it under duress that we don't know and we haven't heard of. But you are claiming these are people whose services are quite germane to the development and growth of this country. And you know that the moment UTAG says that we are laying down our tools, a lot of things would happen. I don't believe that they were so inconsiderate in coming up with what was signed into an agreement. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been signed. So I'm not going to blame UTAG. They've signed it. Government has agreed and accepted and said and promised that we are going to live by this. Now, should it come to this? Why should it always come to this? We have so much money. We're saying that Gold Board has given us so many millions. We are saying that government has rigged in so many millions. So why are you not taking care of teachers?
You see, and this morning, if we're leaving UTAG is the University Teachers Association. Let's take a few steps back and then go to our senior high schools.
Oh, okay.
And I'm sure you've seen the lavish celebrations in some SHF that have stirred strong public reaction.
Yeah.
We've seen students being welcomed after exams with cars, money bouquets, expensive gifts.
Oh, really?
Loud displays and full social. You didn't see them? Oh, join us on Facebook right now. You see some of the videos. People are...
What?
Yeah. They are giving their children dollars.
Wow. And UTAG is crying. I mean, all these dollars could have gone to UTAG, you know? Can you imagine if you spent this on some of the lectures? So, look, Opoku Senior High School graduate's mother went full throttle, cash bouquet, whoa, and Honda CRV for her son.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Really?
Frederick Tiani is here. Doesn't even have one bit.
Hey, really? So, you see, these are some of the things. And we're talking about SHS.
Yes.
Even junior high school.
And this boy, while he was in SHS, he was free SHS. He was doing free SHS. He's part of free SHS.
Yes, you get it.
But so, his parents have money to give him Honda CRV.
Yeah, you know. So, well, I'm happy the minister has decided on this matter that nobody does that. If you want to do it privately. But it's not going to be in the full glare of the public or the other students. So if you want to reward your son or your child, go ahead and do it in private, but don't do it in public. And I would adopt my hat to Harun Idrisu for coming up with this directive. I think it should transcend to the junior high school as well, because it equally happens. And what some teachers are doing nowadays that I think the Minister of Education should pay close attention to is that when a child is graduating, even from kindergarten to class 1, they do graduation. Yeah. From class 1 to class, they do graduation, and that is a way of taking a lot of funds from parents. Don't do that. I think it is crass. You don't do that. A child is graduating from kindergarten, they go and sew all those things. You know, they sew all the gowns that graduating students from the universities and so on wear. What is that? And you ask parents to pay huge sums of money. Meanwhile, your school fees and so on is unbearable by these same parents.
The graduating
I mean,
it's not even proper graduating.
No, I'm moving from class 1, kindergarten to class 1. Class 1 to class 2. Class 2 to class 3, and you tell them, I think we should ban that. We should ban that as well. But this one raises a lot of concern for me, because what it is that it puts a lot of pressure on other children who would demand something from their parents. And also, it puts a lot of pressure on them to do nefarious activities, to climb up to the status of their friend, because I need to live up. So what can they do? What are the activities? They can go stealing, they can go robbing, they can go killing people, you know, or going on assignment to assassinate others just because they would earn some money to be able to buy such a lavish car to challenge their friend. What it is that you are putting pressure on other parents to do what you haven't done, because every time you seem to be the yardstick or the barometer of measure for the others. That, this person bought this for the son or the child,
so
and you could not
the
do
same
it.
Thing. Yeah.
Now it just cascades into corruption, where that person, if they're working at a ministry or they're working at a private institution, would like to go and do some underhand dealings to raise money so that on the day of graduation, they would also show up pretty well. So I think the call is in the right direction. For those who can't control their appetite on splendor and all these things, yes, I think it goes a long way, and it must be monitored to the hilt. The minister should not just say this and then believe that, it's going to happen, because some can do it under the guise of we are having a small gathering, a party, or a send-off, or no. So long as it is a no, it must be a complete no. And there must be a task force in place. And this is what you can do to monitor. You can tell any student on any campus, that is a junior, or anybody on campus, that when you smell that there's going to be such an activity on campus, report to us and we'll give you scholarship. No, trust me, they would come and tell you that students are planning A, B, C, D, and E. Or if you tell a same student at SHS and promise the person that when you be given university, what's the name, scholarship, they would come and say that we've been told to dress up this way and come and do so and so. I think it's becoming one too many.
You see, and nobody is against being happy that your child is graduating from senior high school. That's good. I mean, it's a milestone. The child is now about to enter into the tertiary institution, so you can celebrate, but be mindful in the celebration. You don't want to do something that would create unnecessary competition, unnecessary comparison, that will put pressure on other parents to do the same for their children, when they clearly do not have the means to. So they would pull the last nose, the last hair they have in their nose to do that. And then the division that will be creating in the schools too will not be healthy at all.
Yeah.
And the school system is built in a way for unity, for inclusion, and all of that. So if at the end we are throwing everything we have learnt about inclusivity away, then why did we go there in the first place? You understand? And then making it look like, oh, this is all that it was about.
Yeah.
Which parent can do the most for their child?
Yes. It becomes competitive among
very
them.
competitive, and it's not healthy at all. You see, and in a part of the world too, there's some, you understand, underground dealings. Some medicine that is not orthodox medicine here and there. One child will see another collective.
Yes.
You know that
kind of thing. But for me, I think it's, as I said, it's in the right direction. This must stop. Everybody, every what's the name, headmaster or headmistress must be made to sign a certain. It shouldn't be a bond or anything, but just make sure that you agree and accept the directive, because look, these things have a way of wearing off socialization within the schools, between and among students and friends.
Yeah.
So I mean, a lot of things come to play, and stopping it at that level is good. Let's also look at the junior high school, and then also look at those kindergarten graduation and so on and so forth. I mean, because people would like to do things,
Yeah.
If it is difficult for a parent to pay school fees, how much less? You get it? So for me, the point is that you want to show off, you want to reward your child, you want to compensate your child, you want to do it in moderation.
Be decent.
Yes, be decent about it. And then ask yourself that among his or her peers, is this thing that is happening? Somebody drove a brand new Mercedes-Benz into another person's house. And a lot of these children are, I don't want to get into the drug matter, but that's a different one. The balloons that the children are now using. Yeah. So I don't want to drift. But my point is that Haruna's call is in the right direction. Let all headmistresses and all head teachers sign up to this and say that we are no longer going to organize any end of school, right?
The graduation
ceremony. No, we are not going to do it.
In fact, sometimes
anybody who's caught doing it, there should be a punitive measure.
It's not even the schools that organize,
right?
So they are finished. Everybody is making noise. Their last paper.
Yes.
You find the parents of the children there. They have come with cars, drinks, and then
they take them. Oh, okay.
So it's not like the school is organizing something special for them.
Oh, okay.
Usually, maybe they would hold some program.
A Thanksgiving. I know some people do Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yeah, they go
that's
do Thanksgiving.
What they usually do. But what we're seeing is just the families. They come to the campus, maybe to come and pick their child home, and then it turns into the celebration.
Okay, so I think Haruna and co should pay closer attention to this and give the fine details of what they don't want on campus, that on the day when you're coming to pick up your child, come and pick up your child and go. Or otherwise, you can park everybody at the gate. So you come and pick them at the gate and then you go.
You want to celebrate.
You want to do it in the middle of the road. Don't come and do it on campus. Don't come and show off and all that. Otherwise, you can even organize a bus to carry everybody to Accra from where they are going. I mean, back in school, we had arranged bus.
Yes. It still happens.
It still happens. Yeah. So that arrange it for them, to everybody to go home. Don't let the parents come and pick them up. Arrange it if you want to avoid all these things. So the parents must pay for that arranged bus. We get an STC or OA bus. It carries everybody to their destination. You want to meet your child there, meet your child
Take
there.
Your child home, go and throw the party, go and dash your child the car.
But don't come and buy pressure for other people. Don't buy pressure for other people.
When Frederick saw the video, he says, hey, me, I finished SS. I've gone to university.
Can you imagine?
I finished national.
Nothing of this was done.
And I don't even have Tico. And you, Opoku, boy, you have CI.
Oh, it is well.
That's the competition you're talking about. This is even an adult who feels that is in competition with the SHS boy, because the SHS boy has gotten on that CRV.
Anyways, there's just one short one here that talks about Central University suspending SRC week over NACOC probe, and it says the management of Central University has suspended all remaining student representative council week activities following the alleged arrest of 5 individuals from the university by the Narcotics Control Commission. You get
See?
it?
And I don't know the detail of the story,
Yes.
but I wish that for all Hall Weeks celebrations
Yes.
in the various universities we have in the country, officials from NACOC will go there.
Yes.
And then I can almost tell you confidently that every vendor
Yes.
who is selling whatever
Yes.
at the Hall Weeks,
Including Sobolo.
Sobolo credit is normal.
Hey, not normal.
Sobolo, everybody knows that now Sobolo they put things in.
Okay, right. Okay, fine. So
Indomie.
normal. Huh?
Bread and egg.
You're joking.
I'm telling you.
Oh, this is so interesting.
Watch it. Everything. If you're not careful, if you want to go and have regular fun, if you want to go and have regular fun at this whole week, senior, if you're going, go with your own water, your own drink, your own food.
Really?
Because if you're not careful,
Yes.
the water you will drink is infused water. Why here you go and drink coconut water?
Oh Lord, this is crazy.
Senior.
So that is the extent.
You're laughing. It's not a joke. So
they're watching the Indomie and everything.
You think you are eating Indomie. You will eat Indomie and you realize that you are high. How do you eat Indomie and you get high? Oh, you say you are going to buy bread and egg, chibum. By the time you finish eating the chibum, you are high. Coconut water is there. Oh, you want some. By the time you drink the coconut water, senior, you are high. Whatever you decide to eat are these Hall Weeks.
Nakon has a lot of work to do.
So this is really my wish, that they would go there, plain clothes officers,
Yes.
just buying random stuff.
Yeah, so do they taste it as well?
So they should buy and then test it
and
there.
test. Oh, okay, they
If
don't
it
taste. They should
contains
test.
these things, just pick the people up.
It will be good for them to taste it, so they also become high. Oh, but this is amazing. So I think that's what and the authorities are.
It is almost everything.
Yeah.
Spring roll, meat pie. I don't know what it is with these celebrations.
Anything that has vegetable in
anything
it.
edible. Anything edible. People have found ways to infuse it with things.
Wow.
And so
Wow.
even the air you breathe there, crap.
Yeah.
You see, you're seeing chichinga, you're seeing kebab.
I
You're going to chew kebab.
I may sound controversial a bit on this matter. So we're talking about hemp, right?
Yes.
If it's only Indian hemp, I'm not averse. I'm not against it. But it is the other harsh drugs.
Okay,
That's the attachment.
let's leave that conversation. We'll talk about that one later.
But I'm happy. Charlie Indomie are watching all that.
It's not a joke.
I need to be at one of those events.
It's not a joke. And you see, goodness.
Oh Lord God Almighty.
And the university authorities,
Yes.
they have a role to play in
Absolutely, they do.
because
they
this
do.
is happening on your campus. And
Yeah, exactly.
It's not as if you're not aware. Go to, I don't want to mention, there's this popular university of something in Accra here.
Why don't you want to mention the name?
They have a very popular hall. When they are having that hall week,
Yes.
the people that come is like a party.
Okay.
So musicians, big guys will come.
Oh, I see.
They'll come and do the whole week there.
Right.
If you don't know, and you go to that whole week, and you're not careful, you say you're going to buy. Give me something random.
Yeah, let's say same Sobolo. Yeah.
You're going to buy. Sobolo there, you are dead. Sobolo, no, you are. Sobolo is like normal.
Really?
The infused Sobolo is normal. It's now everywhere.
So like Ekufi juice or something.
That one, maybe
It's in a box.
It has not gotten
something.
there yet.
But like some milk, that milk thing that they do, they put what's the name? What they call it something?
The ice cream thing.
No, it's got some millet in it and all that.
Burkina.
Yeah, that Burkina thing.
Anything that
has something thing in it.
Anything that is not that can be opened or that is done locally.
Okay.
Be careful.
So Asana, and all those things. Oh wow, people are really enjoying.
the way people are abusing this thing is not a joke.
Wow, that is really terrible.
And I think the university authorities, they have a huge role to play in this.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Anything happening on your campus,
the drug problem is too much. We find it everywhere.
Yeah.
And then you go to barber shops. You see, there's a barber shop I go sometimes,
right.
And then you go there. The boys are talking regular, and then there's somebody who will bring sobolo, and then they'll say that, we be about, and then they'll start buying. They'll ask you, Charlie, me, I should come and drink the sobolo that you are drinking.
But it's just sobolo. They didn't say there's any other thing. It's just that is just hibiscus and sugar.
You finish drinking the sobolo, you find that your face has turned to your back. Goodness.
You know, there's a story on the, I think it's the Ghanaian Times that has to do with sickle cell something.
Yes.
I think it's of great concern, and you know, I believe that the sickle cell can be eliminated. It can be eliminated within the next 10 to 15 years.
It is possible.
It is highly possible to be eliminated, and it's a responsibility of parents and the clergy. So the church, for example, those who decide to marry at the church stage, and then also for parents and for persons who have that genotype. My point is, don't wait till you fall in love before you ask to know the blood genotype of your partner. For me, one of the things that I do when I meet a young woman is that, okay, so when we start the conversation, I ask quickly, so what's your blood genotype? Because I know I carry the S. I am AS. So if you mention AS to me, then we would have to part ways. Immediately. So if that is what is done, so before any couple gets married or decide to court, I think these are one of the things that should be asked, because it puts a lot of strain, one, on the families, on the person, and on society, as well as the health facility.
Yeah.
So if you want to eliminate it, never allow any AS to marry another AS, or SS to marry an AS.
Don't say love. Don't say God will help us. Don't say that, our children will be AS. Charlie,
when you do the permutations, Crosby, when you do the permutations, you realize that the SS bit is just a third of it, because I have AS, you have AS. Two of us get together, we can get the AA. That's a positive.
Very possible.
We can get the AS. That's another positive. But the SS,
and you never know which one you will get.
That's the thing.
So
I think we can eliminate it by making people let's make people aware of it.
Yeah.
So every AS would have to go in for an AA, regardless. So gradually, we'd get there. 10, 15 years, we can eliminate the sickle cell.
Nobody has $3 million to treat sickle cell.
And you know, it's only blacks who have it.
Oh, I see.
No. It's only blacks.
Only blacks who have the sickle cell thing.
Yes.
Right.
As far as I have read and know.
I see.
Yes. They don't have the sickle in the Caucasian. The Caucasian doesn't carry the sickle, so that is it. So it can be eliminated. I think it's that. So that's a good one there. Yes. So churches must say that before you start courting, know the blood genotype of your partner. Do not fall in love before you do it, because I know two doctors. They all carry the SSS, and they insist. They want to be together. Yes.
What kind of stress are they?
These are doctors who are supposed to know. Yeah, these are doctors who are supposed to know. So that is it. So
they willingly decided to get their children like that.
They did.
To spend that much taking care of children.
They believe they are in love.
Oh, Charlie.
They believe they are in love. So
I bet when one to your child is sick, one to your child is sick, we are losing money.
You know that is the thing. Much as it can be managed. Yeah. So, but we need to be very cautious about this. Yeah.
We certainly do.
So that's my concern on the
And then, senior. So listen to this. So
yes.
The UCC people, the Central University people, the narco arrest.
Yeah.
So the suspects are said to be levels 100, 300, and 400. They were reportedly picked up following intelligence gathered on illicit drug activities within the university community. Now, listen, they were allegedly engaged in the production and sale of cannabis-infused ice cream. Ice cream. Okay. I believe it was.
You know, when you mentioned it, I thought of it just had to be in a darker drink or product? Okay.
No.
So ice cream.
Jollof cry you. Who did jollof now we.
But okay, yeah, that is it.
Ice
okay.
cream. The popular sobolo.
Yes.
Toffee.
Okay.
Pepper. If I tell you that ukodi indomina, you don't understand.
Oh, really? I see. Oh, you see, I mentioned much earlier. I want to be controversial here. Not controversial in the negative sense, but the point is that the hemp is a positive drug.
Okay.
You know, even so many people, including the late Kofi Annan, wrote about it that we should not say it is illegal. There are so many things we can gain from the hemp. I mean, the hemp is used for so many things.
Yes. But the
as a sedative,
they are not using it the proper way. They are not using the better one.
They are abusing it. Yes. I don't think they were abusing, because how many scoops of ice cream can you have at a go? how many dishes of wache or jollof can you have? So I think the point is that let us try as much as possible to legalize the hemp and then reduce the the consumption levels, because people stand the risk of a lot of things. So cigarettes, when you're going to buy cigarettes, you look on the pack and you see all those cancerous photos on it, but then we allow it to be sold in public.
Yeah, we still
you
do.
Get it. Comparing the hemp to the carcinogenic effect of cigarettes, the hemp is natural. It is natural. Anything you abuse would cause problems for you. You know, there are people who have blood pressure. They chew the hemp leaves and they don't have that situation. When people take the hemp, it works on your nerves. It calms you. You get it? It is used as a sedative. It has so many positive uses. When Canada legalized the hemp, in 2 weeks or so, they were able to pay off all their debts in the country. Go to Austria. You see it in toffees, in chocolates, in anything that they have. And it's just fantastic. So for me, let the legislators come together, decide on what we would want to do with the hemp, regulate it properly, and manage it, monitor it, and let people consume it in a manner that is not going to affect their health. Because when you even consume sugar too much, it has its negatives. When you consume oil, it has its negatives. Anything that you do, even flour that we eat as bread, we are told that it's got its negative implications. So for me, the hemp is not really bad, but the intent of what the hemp is used for. Yeah. And let me tell you something. The hemp makes people calm. People don't know. It calms you. That is why this boy, yeah man, Rastafari, jobless. You see, everything is calm and cool. Yeah man, me a deep and you know, that's what it is. Unless they mix it plus other things like cocaine and so many other drugs. But for me, I think yes, it's a growing concern. If you make it a legal thing, you'll be able to monitor it and know that this person is consuming only 2 or 3 or 4. So for me, much as now it is an illegal thing, but it has been legalized for commercial purposes. For commercial purposes, the hemp has been legalized. So I think we should go ahead and make sure that people consuming it will consume it at the minimalist level, but not putting it in Indomie and wache and jollof and all these things. Oh, but the ice cream is really... I'd love to have a taste of ice cream. Maybe. I don't know what, but I mean... Anyways, so they should go around and do these things. So like you're saying,
they should go to
all the whole weeks. Yes, when it's been we can check it out. Yeah,
the people they will see there, no. It will
you see,
them.
The point is that there are so many things that we joke with. We may think that people are not consuming it. People are consuming it, even at the highest level. Educated people, people well-to-do. I mean, people that we respect, and so on and so forth. They take it because they know the health benefits of the hemp. The hemp has got its high health benefits. You know, we have beverages that have hemp. So we have milk. We have hemp milk. Yes, we have hemp milk. That is very good. I have a hemp rope in my house. The hemp is used for a lot of things. And look, you know how many days it takes to grow?
How many?
Over 90 days, you're done.
I see.
So some do 60, 90, and 120.
You farm one yourself?
No, I don't farm, but I read a lot. I read a lot on hemp. Hemp is very healthy, and you don't need a lot of space to plant them.
Right.
So, for example, it is used for toilet roll. It is used for paper. It is used for books.
So it has good use industrially.
Extremely good uses. Even aeroplanes. Even aeroplanes, you can use the hemp to produce aeroplanes. So that's the thing.
But these
the hemp is positive.
Students, they are using.
You see, they're trying to exploit a few things that we are not exposing them to.
Anyways.
You get it. The same way we're exposing them to cigarettes and alcohol, which are equally dangerous, or in fact far more dangerous than the hemp. They don't seem to be abusing the hemp. They are only putting it in drinks just to give them a certain level. What credit you only getting that level, but it's fine.
Oh goodness. Another Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. Patrice Amegashi is here with me, and he is a staunch advocate
for the hemp. Don't abuse it. But the point is that let us regulate the use of it. Because, the Mali family was paid $200 billion just for Marlboro to use the Mali name for the hemp. So they wanted to create hemp cigarettes, which are now available. So it's cigarettes. So the point is that from 60 days to 90 days to 120 days, 120 days is the full maturity stage. So for those who are doing it in Austria and so many other countries, they just allow it 60 days where the effect is just mild. Not the 120 days where it is fully grown. And you see, we have the leaves, we have the stem, we have the seeds, and then the roots.
I see.
Which one are you using? You get it.
We have to make way for sports.
Buffalo soldier.
Should highlight is that of Jeremy Doku
of
Belgium.
Yeah.
So The story is around the coming birth of his first child, and he stated that he's requested to leave the Belgium camp. That will be around July. If Belgium gets to the quarterfinals of the competition, that's when the birth is expected to happen.
So he has asked for permission in advance. Okay.
To leave camp when the time is almost due to go and watch the birth of his first child, and it's caused a lot of controversy on social media and all of that. I mean, some people think that he should focus on the football since he's in the biggest tournament of his life, is the World Cup and all of that, and it's usually a privilege to be playing in the competitions. Because
beyond the World Cup is your family, is your life.
Of course, I personally think family comes first. Whatever the case, family comes first.
If they will not do, he should leave. If he comes, they should sack him. The coach, how long will the coach be there?
They think Belgium, they won't.
But why? I think Jeremy's matter is a very sensitive one, and
I think
to a large extent,
no-brainer. I mean, you're going to witness the birth. It's not an extended family member.
No, yes,
your own child, your first child.
So, is that the only one you're going to have?
No. So this is the first one.
Look at the number of people whose interest is at stake concerning this football game. If you knew that and you anticipated it, you should have eliminated yourself from the squad.
No, he's willing to contribute before the person it gets to that.
So then, what would be the conclusion if Belgium lost 2 or 3 games? It could be said that you deliberately contributed to the loss so that you could have the opportunity to go and see your child.
Family comes first.
Oh, did he consider that before accepting to play in the team?
That's why he's helping the team when the family does not need him. At a point, the family
I don't think this should have even come out. He shouldn't have said it. It should have been an arrangement you have with the coach to say that, coach, this is what is happening, so I would like to take leave. But don't make it public because it is quite sensitive for people. Look at how it is like Ghana is going to play. Even Partey, who was taken out of the game that we played
in Panama.
Look at how sensitive it became. Meanwhile, we had other players to play and all that. It wasn't any serious thing. But look at it. These people have attached sentiments to the game. And they are claiming that people would die to be in your position to play for their national team.
True.
You have the opportunity and you are telling us that you would want to take leave of the team to go see the birth. In this day and age, it is pretty easy for you to have a laptop, turn on the video, and then they'll put on the video on your wife and you see the birth and everything.
It's true.
You get it. To cut it for what?
I understand what you're saying, but I mean, personally, I think it's an easy thing. It's an easy choice.
I mean, seeing something online is different from being there.
Anyways,
it shouldn't have come into the public domain. He should have had that arrangement special with the coach. It would have been much better.
If it has come up, maybe he's anticipating the team does not want to allow him to go.
Yeah.
What about if he does not? If he puts the country first, is playing for the team, and his mind at home. His mind is at home with the wife.
What is it about?
What will he do about his performance?
Are you the first to have a child?
But he's talking about his own interest.
So imagine if, God forbid, his wife has complications.
Yes.
And he's not there.
He will blame the coach for the rest of his life.
But his family is there.
That would be a major scandal.
But hasn't he got anybody to take care of? Anybody to stand in for him?
It's not the same as he himself being there.
Anyways, that is him. So that is the backlash that is coming. So if people are raising red flags and so on and so forth, well, it's up to him.
Anyways, Bill, what's the next thing? Frederick is telling us that we have our long 10 minutes. Oh, you say 5.
So 5 minutes is too long. It's too long to finish. It's too long to finish sports because what is it? We're going to play England tomorrow, and that is the key thing Ghanaians are looking at.
I'm really shocked.
We're playing England,
but also I mean, So there were some reports that Atizigi isn't going to play for the Black Stars anymore.
Why?
From some other media houses, not from us anyway, not from us.
Why?
Because of an injury?
Because of the injury that he had
anymore.
In the first, that was a report.
In fact, for the rest of the...
Hey, let me finish.
Okay.
Don't think that is true.
Okay.
Videos have come out that he's actually now training with the team.
Yes,
okay,
yes,
So those reports are unfounded.
Okay.
Let's put it that way.
Thank you.
But that also doesn't necessarily mean that he's starting against England.
Right now, we don't have number one goalkeeper. We have two goalkeepers who could be number ones.
Yes. Yes. There's Benjamin Asare who is on standby if Atizigi doesn't play. But the good thing is we have seen Atizigi actually in camp and training with the team. So that's a good piece of news.
Which of them would you start? Who amongst them would you start?
Atizigi should go. I mean, you guys, you like coming in between players too much. Abba.
Me, to be honest, I don't care.
The coach has chosen what to play.
I don't care who starts. I don't care who starts. Asare did his bit in the qualifiers.
Yeah.
Atizigi has done his bit in the last few games. I think whoever starts, if they are going to lash us, they will lash us.
Regardless who is in the post.
It is not going to be about the goalkeeper. Say England, they share a 5. It doesn't matter whether it's
our defense or concentration.
It's going to be England, they share a 5. Say Asare and them on they share 2.
No, why are you guys going down the negative lane? They can't. England is not. They are not capable of beating us. If our boys, no, Debbie, no, he doesn't. My point is that England. I don't see England beating us. I don't see them beating us because look, our midfield, much as it is not too strong, we are going to have Partey in there, who is going to be like a controller. I love that. The defense is solid enough for me from what I saw in the last game against Panama. I think the only thing is lack of concentration. When we fall out of the mindset of concentrating and focusing on the game, then England can take us up. But I don't see England doing anything spectacular against Ghana. I don't know. The front line, yes, it may be difficult for us to put in a goal or two, but from the midfield coming to the defense, I think they can. Who are the most dangerous people? Is it what's his name? Hurricane. Yes. And who?
Bellingham.
Jude. That's it. I'm even scared of Bellingham than Hurricane. But I mean, it's very easy. They should just call Amar Senegal to give them some tips. The moment you start the game, Charlie, have a light one. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I'm not scared. I'm not scared of the English team at all. I'm not disturbed by them.
Charlie,
I was rather of Panama than the English team.
Yurinchi versus Yurinchi, Ball and Partey versus Bellingham, Rice and Edison.
Really,
Okay, so that's it for the Black Stars. Should Jordan Ayew be dropped, Bill?
This Jordan conversation me, what I think is we might have to slow that game down against England.
You think so? So that's a game he should play.
I think we might have to slow that game down. We might have to frustrate England because if they get more of the ball and they move quick, they have the players to move quick too. We are in trouble. And
but if they are quick, we are hurry
unfortunately, even though we don't like the way Jordan can deal with the ball, he is the best candidate to slow the ball down in this game. He's the best. In fact, he would draw a foul. That thing is his specialty power. On the back wing, he will take it to the wing, and then someone come and push him. Then referee blow free kick.
He will lie on the ball right now. Anyways, we'll see.
For me, the only aspect is that he loses the ball too quickly.
Yeah,
Jordan loses the ball too. So if the team is able to work all the way to the top and then you lose it quickly and then they come attacking, we'll always be on the hind foot.
So still on the World Cup, Spain are back to winning ways after they drew with Cape Verde. They won 4-0. And then what's happening to Belgium?
Belgium, as I said, they are no good.
That's why Doku should go and watch his first shot.
Me, I don't understand why.
Belgium is not playing well.
They are no good.
That's very disheartening.
They are no good.
Their
golden generation is gone.
Gone
were the days where Hazard was at his peak, Lukaku was at his peak, Kevin De Bruyne was at his peak. They had a squad.
Are they all playing?
No.
Kevin is not playing.
Only Kevin is
playing. Lukaku is still playing.
Lukaku is still playing, but it's not. It's not the Lukaku you own.
Anyway,
has he ever been a better Lukaku?
Lukaku is a good player.
Right now, it is Doku is the star. That is why they are crying. I'm
saying
that this Belgium team, they are not good. They won't go far. I don't know why they are stressing them. They won't go far.
There's good news in Cape Verde. The goalkeeper, what's his name?
Vozinho.
Yes. He was reunited with his mother.
His mom. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I think it was a very brilliant gesture from all parties involved to get him to see his mom.
Yeah.
And he's become a very popular figure. I like his Instagram account, but it's very nice.
Really?
Just getting the numbers, eh? I mean, he's
what is
40
there? What is there that some of us are not seeing?
Oh, right. His Instagram, he started the first game with 50,000 followers. Now he's over 2 million followers.
You are joking.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That is what World Cup magic
The first
does.
game, the saves he made, his performance was super.
I see.
Was super.
That's brilliant.
Talking about Belgium not doing well, other countries are also failing.
Tunisia is one. Haiti is one.
Turkey.
Turkey went out. I hear they were the first team to go out.
So these
Let me look at them.
These teams have gone out of the tournament.
Yeah, so
Turkey and
Haiti
Tunisia.
is up. Right now they are using head to head. So the moment you lose to some one team,
You are gone.
you are
Okay.
gone.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, Haiti lost to Scotland.
Okay.
Wow.
And they've lost their second game as well. So they can only get 3
Automatically.
points. And even if they get 3 points and score as many goals, they won't pass Scotland.
Okay.
So unfortunately, they are out.
Oh, I
Okay.
see.
How about Turkey?
Same for Turkey. Turkey lost to Australia and lost to Paraguay.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Australia and Paraguay, they all have the 3 points. And Turkey can only get 3 points if they beat USA. So unfortunately, they're also out. Tunisia, they lost to Sweden. And they've lost to the Netherlands as well.
After changing their coach.
Yes. So unfortunately, they can only get 3 points. Sweden already had the 3 points.
Yeah.
So they're out.
Okay. Today's fixtures, there is Argentina versus Austria, France versus Iraq, Norway versus Senegal. That will be live on TV3.
Yeah.
What do we expect?
France versus Iraq can be a big thrashing. Yeah.
But I mean, Cape Verde held Spain, so you never know. Cape Verde held Spain. Senegal almost held France.
The almost they talk safe. The almost no. Are you sure it was almost?
So they held France in the first half.
First half doesn't
They've been
count.
led. They've been led.
First half
They've been
doesn't
led,
count.
yeah, they've been
Anyways,
Pray for Iraq. That's what I can see.
I hear you. But Norway, Senegal, live on TV3. What time?
Yeah, that would be late evening. I think
Late evening.
very late.
I'm tipping Senegal to win this game.
I think
Yeah.
the game starts at.
I'm tipping
11
Senegal
PM,
to
if I'm
win,
not
yeah.
mistaken.
Okay.
That's
I'm
quite
tipping
late.
Senegal to win this game.
And Mutala will be on standby for that particular
Yeah.
game. And we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. Yeah.
Bill, thank you. Thank you so much for bringing us sports. Sports from Black Stars to today's fixtures. This Sunrise on 3rd FM 92.7. We're going for a quick spot of commercial and some music break if you like. When we come back, we'll get into our big conversations this morning. Stay with us, don't go away. 3FM live also on all our social media platforms at 3FM 927. It's a good time to get into our big conversations this morning. We're starting with education. Because in the past few days, videos of some SHS leavers being celebrated with cars, money bouquets, expensive gifts, and loud public displays have stirred major conversations. For some people, this is simply parents celebrating their children after years of sacrifice. After all, completing senior high school is no small achievement. The parents will struggle, students endure pressure, and when the exams are over, the families, they naturally want to rejoice, they want to jubilate. But the question is, when does celebration become too much? Because once these things happen on school premises, it is no longer only a private family matter. It becomes part of the school environment. Other students see it. Other parents feel it. Other families compare themselves to it. And that's where the concern comes in. And this morning, we will be joined by Daniel Fengi. Daniel Fengi is the PR of the Ghana Education Service. And that is because the Ghana Education Service, they've been speaking about this. They have banned this. And we'll get some more perspectives from Daniel Fengi, the PR of the Ghana Education Service. Pagrib Wachidankwa will also join us. There is a former MPP government spokesperson on governance and security. But in the studio this morning is Comrade Gafaru, A.A. Gafaru, a member of the communications team of the NDC, as well as Patrice Zamagachi. Gentlemen, good to see you again. Comrade Gafaru, welcome. You is good morning. You is fresh good morning to you. How are you, senior?
Good morning to you and good morning to your cherished listeners. It's a pleasure once again to be on your studios.
Nice. We're grateful that you've come.
And let me use this opportunity, as I've always done, to say a very good morning to the good people of the Northeast region, my communications officers, their deputies, all communication team members, for the job that they are doing for our great party and the government. My appreciation to them all, as we are also here doing the job for government.
It's good to see you. Welcome. How was your weekend? I hope it was good.
It wasn't bad. You know, we are transforming, we are resetting the country. So therefore, I am always optimistic when it comes to whatever is happening in this country. As compared to the past, things are better.
And over the weekend too, I'm sure you came across some of the videos of people celebrating the awards who have graduated from the senior high schools. When you saw the videos, what was going through your mind?
Well, this is not surprising in a sense that I believe strongly that our disciplinary structures in our secondary cycle institutions, basic institutions, are going down. That is what I believe. So one would expect that if these things come up, it shouldn't be surprising to anybody who knows what is happening in our education sector in the country. Look, I left the nursing training college. I've taught there for over 6 years. I know that even at the tertiary level, the discipline, the ethics that students are supposed to hold, as well as teachers and leadership, is going down drastically.
Even at the tertiary level?
Even at the tertiary level. You know, let me just talk about that small before I even come down to the secondary level.
Yeah.
We've been having several incidents of papers leaking, examination questions leaking.
Yeah.
And when you follow suits, they do investigation. At the end, they find out that maybe the teacher was having something to do with a female student. They are dating, or maybe it is paper for some kind of some barter trading. And the colleges, levels, I will speak to, as far as the colleges are concerned, because I've just left there to FDA. So if these things are happening, and perhaps we are not seeing people being reprimanded, drastic measures being taken to ensure we nip that in the bud, it will turn up to something else. And it is not by chance that just quite recently we saw a teacher having affair with a female student in a laboratory where education is supposed to be taking place. It's because we don't punish people enough. Disciplinary measures are left out. People are left off the hook. So it's not surprising. And what happened is as I said, it's not surprising because you see students first, when we're in the SHS, they will tell us that no student should bring in phone.
Yeah.
Even our dressing code, they were strictly prescribed. If our dressing code were strictly prescribed, how much more this lavish and then flamboyant way of celebrating, not celebrating a graduation, not celebrating a graduation, but celebrating just let me say end of examination, because that's what I would call it. It's an end of examination, because when I dig in, I realized that the person or the one who did that was not celebrating his ward or her ward for graduating with maybe first class, second class, that sort of thing. Because sometimes you say the person is elated and would be carried out to do certain things. But in this circumstance, it's just simply for writing or ending the final examination.
No, they find that a good milestone worth celebrating.
You see, one, for instance, what the directive from the Minister of Education, which I think is the step in the right direction, and I commend him for that step. You see, no one is saying that do not celebrate your kids. Do not give out even aeroplanes to your kids or helicopters. No one is saying that. But where you do it matters most.
Yeah.
If you are doing it at the comfort of your house, if you are doing it at a private facility, a hotel for that matter, that is fine. But to come and act in that luxurious way in a campus, a public institution, what do you expect? You should ask yourself the ramifications. You should ask yourself the effects, because definitely, as it carries your ego up, it's also having adverse effects on the psychological, state of those other students who doesn't have that capacity, who doesn't have the appearance, having that kind of luxury to buy vehicles for their awards.
It puts some pressure on them.
Thank you. That's the question you ask yourself. So it tells you that there's no aspect of empathy, in the side of these parents. Because if they empathize with other students and they know that even as they were in the same level of education, definitely there were students who were, in destitution. They couldn't afford for common gari. They couldn't afford for common sugar.
So they are almost being insensitive.
Definitely.
Right.
So as we speak, you should be able to, think that through that, same would be happening at that level, even though you are able to do a lot of things for your ward. So I think the directive from the Minister of Education as well as the GES is in a step in the right direction. And going forward, as they said, they should come out with policies or regulations that would streamline what is happening in our secondary education level, and not just our secondary level, as well as our basic level, and of course our tertiary level. Of course, because a lot is happening. Look, it's not just about parents. Teachers are complicit. Teachers are complicit, and the indiscipline has gotten to a level that in some institutions, when you are a teacher and you discipline a student, the name or the status of the parent of that student would even call for you to be, taken off. You'll be rusticated because of the status. So now it is about wealth. It is about riches. It's not just about the right thing. So, moving forward, I think that they should take it even to the next step. People should be able to, know that when I do this, I'll be disciplined. When I do this, my ward, it will affect my ward. maybe they would even hold on to the results of my ward as a matter of disciplinary measures. I think it should be taken to the next step as far as that is concerned.
I see. And Patrice, how do we protect the school values? How do we have empathy for all other students while we still do not kill the joy of those who want to celebrate?
Well, I think, let me say good morning to your listeners again, or to our listeners again. This is the thing. Every school has rules and regulations.
Yes.
And the rules and regulations bother on things that have to do with ethics, and then it has to do with the consideration of all social values that the school puts out there. And it extends beyond that, because some of the schools are run by churches, some of the schools are run by philanthropic institutions, some of the schools are even run by, if I should say, the alumni of the school, that is the old boys and the old girls. So for me, I think these things never happened in our time when we were in school, and it's amazing that those who were brought up within the period of the time that these things were not happening are now having oversight responsibility on what is happening now. So what did they learn in between the time they were in school and the time they completed?
Right.
Somebody will say times have changed. Yes, times have changed, but if times have changed, how do you adapt to that kind of a change? Is it for the positive or for the negative? It is not that we are not learning from mistakes, but it looks like we are just we are excited over unnecessary things. So if the school rules say that you need an exeat to go home, the school rule says that you have to attend classes at this time. School rules say that you have to go to classes, write exams, stay in the dormitory, wash, and do all these things at the same time. The same school rules need to govern how we exhibit lavish lifestyles.
Okay.
I know most schools do not tolerate students using mobile phones and all that.
Yes.
Much as some are allowed perhaps on weekends when they need to communicate with their parents. So back in the day, we used to have phone booths on campuses where you could just go and make calls to your parents. So fine. We have house masters and house mistresses where students could go and speak to their parents. So you would call and speak. Besides that, we had times of visitation. Certain weekends that parents would come. So that kind of relationship was created where there was no gap in between, so that when your child needed something, they could easily come to you. So if steps have been taken in all this direction to ensure that the role of the child to respect school rules and regulations. My school, they said a breach of common sense is a breach of school rules. You get it? A breach of common sense is a breach of school. So if all these things are there and the teachers are adhering to it, where did we slip off? Where did we open up for such an activity to creep into it, where students complete senior high school and then there is a great fanfare even before results are in? You get it? What we are saying, or what I would agree with the minister in the directive that he has put out, has got to do with the line that needs to be drawn between being irresponsible and being responsible, and having care for those within the milieu of your environment. What do I mean by that? We all know that we have haves and have-nots.
Yes.
It doesn't mean because we have have-nots, the haves should not enjoy, or because we have...
That would be unfair.
Exactly. But we are saying that be measured and moderate in the way you do these things.
Okay.
It is on school campus. The reason people are not allowed to wear certain kinds of clothes on campus, but at home they're allowed to do it. People are not allowed to wear certain kind of hairstyle on campus, but at home they're allowed to do it. So the point is that when you come to school, there are things you are guided to do and expected to do. And when you are not in school, there are things you can do. So we are saying, with all these lavish spending that you'd want to enamor your child with, do not do it on campus. Do not do it on the school premises. You can do it away when all the family has gathered and they say, Kofi, Codjoe, Ajwa is completed school. we would want to appreciate the effort he or she has put in, much as you've not yet seen the results. But you, the parent, the wise parent, you are saying that because the person has just completed the school, you're so excited about it that you would want to give the child something. Go ahead, nobody's running away from it, but do it at a family gathering. Don't come and do it on campus to put a lot of pressure on other parents who do not have and are struggling. And within the teenage years, the antenna of the child is so high up there when it comes to competition and having and showing off and proving a point. So if in all these instances you are not able to measure it well and balance it on a scale such that the child does not understand whatever they are doing, they may think my father is irresponsible, my mother is not taking care of, or they are not seeing what they are supposed to, or they are not working hard enough to earn enough to do what the other family is doing for them, or they don't love me enough to lavish me with this, or they are not wise enough to know that I've completed school,
so
give me this,
like
that kind of thing. And people can do so in terms of ratio assessment. Oh, well, they live with the parents, so they know the parents cannot afford A, B, C, D, or E. Now the demand to be that, why can't you allow me to go and stay with this person or live with that person?
To enjoy something similar.
Exactly. So for me, I think it's in the right direction. The school and the headmasters and headmistresses must not be so irresponsible to allow irresponsible parents to do these things. Yes, you want to show off. Nobody says don't show off. Accra Sports Stadium is there. Independence Square is there. It is big enough for you to do that. You get it? So if you want to do it, now social media is wider than anything else. If you want to do that, do that. But I think it is in the right direction. Schools must not allow this. For me, after the exams, Thanksgiving service, whatever you want to do, you are done. You want to come and pick your child, come and pick your child home. And it shouldn't end there. What are the punitive measures for any school that allows a parent to come and do so?
We'll get to that conversation, but let me come back to you, Gafaro. For the students themselves, either those who are involved in this or those who were anticipating to do something like this when they graduate, what should they learn from this? What should they themselves take from this?
Well, in the first place, schools are meant for teaching and learning. It's not meant for celebration. That's one thing we must know. That's the basic reason or the fundamental reason why structures are built for education purpose. Teaching and learning.
Oh, they should enjoy
anything
a little.
that comes. Yes.
They should enjoy a little.
Anything that
when they
comes.
go for inter-colleges and all those things, entertainment night and all that, they
will all be in the teaching and learning bracket.
I agree. But anything that comes is an addition, but it shouldn't be excessive.
It shouldn't overshadow the basic teaching and learning. Right.
Absolutely. So, and anything that you are doing, which is going to be detrimental to the basic reason why school structures or educational structures are established, is something that we say it is a red flag. So, excessive celebration is a red flag. Even I think birthday celebrations should also even be banned.
In the schools?
Yes, indeed, there are some schools they are banned because of the propensity of over-celebration.
Okay.
If it is not so, it must be strictly regulated. Like he said, and I also stated that no one is saying do not celebrate, but where to celebrate is the problem. Nobody would tell you that you shouldn't strip yourself naked, but where you strip yourself is the problem. You could say that it is my own, or I could say it's my own body, it's my own privacy, and I decided to open. But even our laws would take you on when I go out on the road as a sane person and I decide to strip myself naked.
Indecent exposure.
Yeah. Absolutely. So in the same vein, celebrate, but where you celebrate, it must matter to state institutions. It must matter to public institutions, managers of public institutions. They must be able to regulate it. And also, as they directed, heads of those institutions, when you allow such to happen or to repeat again, you'll be reprimanded. And I think that should be the way to go. It should be the way to go.
Okay.
We have, school prefects. We have house prefects or house masters. We have coordinators of various academic coordinators, sports coordinators, and a lot of, coordinator of or leadership. They should suffice when it comes to taking charge to avert similar occurrences. So I think parents have the right to celebrate, but it must be in moderation, or the venue or location where you do it matters. Right. I was talking about the negative effects it's having on people's psychology. And let me elaborate further. You see, when it comes to human psychology, if I am in a school and then already I am learning on empty stomach, it's already having a toll on me. Now, what do you think when I now see my colleagues living at large, profligacy before my eyes? Definitely, as a human being, it will affect you. And once you don't have emotional stability, it affects your learning capacity or ability to learn and absorb things. Yeah. It also affects the confidence of students, especially at that level. Me in the tertiary, I may not care because I know why I am there. I am matured enough to even go to the venue or decide to leave the venue. Perhaps other students would not be given the opportunity to leave the venue. Perhaps even if you are leaving the venue, you'll be a laughing stock. Who cares when you are even doing such a thing at the University of Ghana? Yes, I will not even still agree that people should do that. You must be sensitive. But who cares? But at that level where they are confined, rules, they are strictly monitored. Sometimes it's difficult for them to take their eyes off what is happening. Because perhaps at that moment they say no one should be at the dormitory.
I see. I get that. And let's broaden the conversation a little, gentlemen, to celebrations in general. So I'm reading a quote here from Professor Ernest Kofi Davis, and he says that a committee will be formed to review all celebrations on school premises, and that includes speech and prize-giving days. Or the regular ones, and then come out with guidelines to ensure standardization. How often are the regular celebrations on campuses? How often are they abused? Or how possible is it for parents to take advantage, or for students to take advantage of these things on the campuses? Yes,
I'll deal with that, but let me first of all deal with something that my brother said that I would like to touch on. It has to do with the people studying on empty stomach and people being sensitive to things and all that kind of thing. Well, with all due respect, it is not my fault that you are not able to take care of your child such that your child would study on an empty stomach. That is number one. And number two, I'm not responsible for that. All I'm responsible for is working hard to ensure that my child feels as comfortable as possible while on campus, while at the same time respecting the rules and regulations of the school. So if the school regulation says we should do activity A and not activity B, I should ensure that my child respects that. And you should also ensure that you respect that. So as to whether I'm excited or I have more items in my chop box or not, well, it is up to you to decide. It is quite relative. So for that one, let us leave it to them.
No, that's not what I was saying. What I'm saying is that as far as the ramifications of your actions are concerned, it affects, it contributes. They being hungry, what you are doing now contributes to exacerbate their emotional, status. Really? If they were emotionally fine, even though they are learning
that is what
on
I'm saying, that
stomach.
I am not responsible for your emotional stability.
You are responsible by your actions, your extravagant actions.
Exactly.
That's the extravagant action I'm talking about.
Yes.
Not necessary.
Okay.
Whatever
so indirect.
you do, whether you are having full stomach, no.
Right.
But now coming you are satisfied.
So it's
fine.
an indirect effect.
In fact, it's a direct effect.
So you want to put it in my face that
It's a direct effect.
You are poor and me, I am rich.
No, I'm not putting it in your face. I'm doing what my capabilities allow me to.
Yes.
So
That's
what I'm saying is that
And
if
that
you
is
now
that's,
do it,
that's where
Yes.
the insensitivity comes
the
in.
display
Yes.
on campus now affects other less privileged students.
right.
I hope you are getting it. But we know we've all attended schools,
Yeah,
and
we know that
sometimes I'll
people
even
are
eat from
wealthier
you.
than others.
I'll
Yeah,
even
yeah,
eat
yeah,
from
yeah.
your chobos if you
Yeah,
are well
yeah.
endowed.
Yes,
But
yes.
now taking it to the level
Where-
of luxury
Yes.
on campus.
Excessive
now
luxury you
thank
mentioned,
you.
that
Now
was good,
affects
yeah.
me. So you are contributing directly
Okay.
to this is what is it? The toll that your actions
Yes.
would have in my
Okay.
emotional stature.
Okay.
Right. So if I should cast back my mind back to school, I mean, times of people expressing such kind of social activity has to do with 1, your birthday, 2, speech and prize giving day,
Yeah.
and then 3, what we call Valentine's Day.
Oh, Valentine's Day.
Oh, Valentine's Day are very dangerous days on campus.
I see.
That is where you would see. Look, here nowadays, the young boys send mobile phones to their girlfriends on campuses. Back in the day, it used to be cards and teddy bears, where somebody's card would be as big as what's the name, a freezer or something. But nowadays, people go to the extent of sending mobile phones to their girlfriends and cameras and so many other things. So these are the 4 places that I would say that things happen where people celebrate. So if you tell parents that it is not necessary for you to come and celebrate your son or your daughter on campus by bringing in food and all those things on their birthday, it puts pressure on the others that when it's my birthday, would my parents be able to make sufficient provision for things of this nature? So if the school says that, I'm speaking to what the professor has said they're going to put up.
Yeah.
So birthdays, 0. Nobody should celebrate birthday on campus. It's 1. On Valentine's Day, you can say that you are limiting the extent of spend on things. Like I said, now it is mobile phones. So if another lady can't get a mobile phone, or realizes that it is my boyfriend who has also sent you a mobile phone, or it is somebody who has sent you a mobile phone that I'm not able to buy or purchase or get, it could lead to stealing. It could lead to, as we say, today we are joking about it, but somebody can poison another person because they want what they have.
Yes.
You get
yes.
it?
That's very true.
On speech day, fine. Parents come and visit over a long period. They come and visit and they bring food, what we call the homemade food. And everybody comes around and they eat and all that, so on and so forth. So for speech day, it may be difficult to control that.
How about
one.
visiting?
Visiting, yes, people come in, requests come from your children. Daddy, when you're coming, buy me this. Mommy, when you're coming, buy me this and bring me that. So,
You see, and visiting to the children are all in the same environment.
Yes.
So you bring your food, your home food, and somebody who does not have parents or whose parents chose to bring him roasted
cannot
corn,
even afford or
cannot
to show
afford
up,
anything.
yeah.
And then you bring some sausage, something, you're eating it in front of the children. So
when you bring that food, bring it for like 10 people. That is what a sensitive parent must do.
I'm not mandated to come and feed you in the on the campus. So it's a delicate something.
Yeah.
The inequality has ways of appearing in various aspects of school
agree
life.
with you.
So the standardization that the GS Director General of the GS, I'm talking about Professor Ernest Kofi Davis is talking about, I think it should go further away from celebrations to even the normal things that can be easily abused, because I can see how visiting will be abused very easily by parents and some students.
But there's an easy way. What usually happens is that when you go visiting, you don't go, you are not supposed to be allowed to go to the dormitory site. So what it is that they can do is that visiting should be at a particular spot further away from the dormitory. So if everybody's at the dormitory, when your parent comes, they call you, you come and see your parents. So that the person whose parents do not show up would not see what is happening to the other person who is on the school field or further away from where it's happening. So if you have no business going there, what are you going to do there? Unless, of course, your friend will say that, could you accompany me to go see my parents? Or we know each other. You know, we are family friends and all that. So as they have come in, they know you are here. So let's go and see Kofi's father or Adjo's mom, that kind of thing.
Let me invite you to the conversation. Dr. Bernard Tutu-Buahin is a political communications analyst. Doc, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, my brother. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. It's good to see you.
Yeah, sure. It's been a long time.
Yeah. Anyways, the Ghana Education Service, the Ministry of Education, they've had a lot to do to. In fact, they came under a lot of pressure maybe, but people were tagging them on social media when the videos are going around of people celebrating in the way that they are celebrating after completing senior high school. So they intervened, and then they banned these forms of celebrations. What I want to ask you is, what should be, number one, the sanctions for flouting this arrangement, and number two, how should this ban be implemented?
All right. Good morning to co-panelists and good morning to listeners.
Good morning, Doc, and welcome.
Thank you, sir. I don't know how the ministry is going to sanction maybe parents, but I believe that looking at what the ministry or the step that the ministry has taken, they probably may want to go a step further, to come up with policy guidelines.
Okay.
With regards to future activities. I commend the ministry for suspending, graduation, ceremonies and activities. But then I feel that the insensitivity, the immaturity of some parents shouldn't be a punishment to others. All right. Some parents have committed this blunder, probably in the past and in present, and it has come to the notice of government and the ministry. I believe that this shouldn't be a punishment to others.
Okay.
Graduation ceremonies, me growing up didn't get this, so I don't have pictures of my secondary school days. When I completed secondary school, when I completed even the middle school, and when I only got the chance at the university.
Okay.
Right. So at the university, I didn't even have that feeling of going with a lot of people. I think I just invited my mother and my two brothers, because I didn't see anything too strange about it.
I understand.
Right. But this time, it has become so, how do you call it? Appealing that, it gives you that kind of history and that kind of feelings that you had completing JHS, SHS, and all that. I even hear that even these days, the toddlers, those are the crazy.
Yes, when you complete kindergarten, yes.
Patrice was talking about
that is
it
quite
this
upset.
morning.
It
How they do graduation from nursery 1, nursery 2 to class 1.
to kindergarten and all that. I mean, it's quite upset, but
if it is not extravagance, then what else? Okay. And sometimes the commercializations of it.
That is it.
Giving the school authorities extra money and all that. But I feel that this intervention is good. But I feel again that it shouldn't be something that would take away, people's history away from them. So if government or the ministry can come up with some kind of immediate interventions or modalities,
how it will be implemented.
Exactly. So that at least it will give way to the graduation ceremony within.
But Doc, sorry, I'm not cutting you, but it's a graduation. What is a graduation? A graduation comes about when you've completed school, results are in, and you're exactly. But this one, they just finished exams.
The results will come.
Graduation, they are not graduating. They have just completed, because some will trail.
So I understand.
Yes, so it's not graduation at all.
What it means is that they have nothing to celebrate.
Yes.
Isn't it?
There's nothing to celebrate.
What it means is that they probably would have to wait for the results to come.
Absolutely.
If you fall between aggregate 6 and 36,
go
then
ahead
of
and do
course
what you want to do.
go
Like
ahead.
I said, the stadium is there. Independence Square is there. It is big enough.
You can't tell them what to celebrate.
Yeah.
Celebrating living essence.
But I feel that
Yeah.
this action was taken because the ministry felt that the direction to which some parents are taking it
Yeah.
Was too bad.
It's too bad, and it
But
is far
I saw a comment on somebody's status that
Yeah.
said, it's good this has been nipped in the bud.
Yeah.
Before, when it gets to their 10, they'll be forced to buy private jets for their children.
Yeah, so the first time I witnessed this thing was at the University of Ghana campus,
Oh, okay.
when a parent presented a brand new Mercedes-Benz C300? Yes, to his daughter. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
But, like you rightly said, it was during the graduation ceremony when the daughter had gotten first
or
class.
something. Yeah.
Okay.
That's,
So,
The person is come of
but
age.
you see, for me, some of these things are overboard.
Okay.
Parents are overdoing it. Okay, and I don't see why your daughter has just come out of examination room and then you just present a vehicle. I mean, what do you think will happen to the others?
Well,
Those
the others are not their priority.
Yeah.
Oh, no. They are looking
But
for
you
is the
see,
interest of their children.
There's something
You see-
called duty of care.
True.
You owe a duty of care to the people within
to the people
social
around
milieu.
you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
and
that's
and,
it,
and this is it. Do you know that actions and inactions, decisions are taken based on what people will think about us and what people will say about us.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, in doing that, you require a lot of maturity. You require a lot of parental intelligence, and you cannot just get up and be that insensitive. That's why I said that. I use that word initially.
Yes.
Okay. The insensitivity of parents, because you see, it can kill someone's psychology.
Yeah, true.
And the person feels that
Gafari, you were mentioning it earlier as well.
And the person may feel that my parents are good for nothing. And we come to that conclusion.
Yeah.
Go home and disrespect the parent for all you know.
And ask for what your parent cannot provide when
understand?
you know they cannot.
So
I get it.
This kind of musical opera kind of parenting,
Soap opera.
So you just said something very sensitive, and let me top up. Because if it is ladies, what they will end up doing is that's how they will come chasing after sugar daddies.
Exactly.
Or they'll sleep around with just anybody because they also want to show up that I also got a car, or I also got a mobile phone, or I also got something.
Because
so that should be.
if you are
added
not
to
careful, it breeds some social biases.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does. The
it
pressure will be
breeds-
too much.
Yes.
So,
So, the peer pressure aspect of it. So you see a 17-year-old lady riding a car. When you check the background, nothing. But some of these things is what has caused it.
Yeah, I understand that.
Crosby.
Yes.
I was saying something that
Gafaro,
You see, is
let me just draw his attention to this.
Yeah.
At what age are you supposed to be driving in this country? 18 years,
Yes,
right?
18 years, yes.
And these JHS people, are they 18 years?
Some
get
of
it?
them may
Yeah.
need to be 18.
Yeah, so the point is that it's also, no, you give a car to a 17, 16-year-old, and we know what's happened in just not too far from now. The recent past, it just happened.
Yes, yes.
So if the person is not of age to drive, why
Why are
give
you
them a car?
presenting the car?
I was saying that, like I said earlier, the conversation should move beyond just this profligacy, but of course should move to discipline in general. Look, Doc is here, Prof is here. The universities, the colleges, everywhere, our disciplinary measures are going down. They are sinking. It was difficult for a student to insult a tutor.
Now it is.
Now it's common.
Right.
And they say, like, we are in that kind of world now.
Yeah.
It's normal. They will even have to, when you go to the disciplinary committee, they will ask who is right and who is wrong, and it is go to and fro.
A debate.
Yes, a debate. But it was difficult that you would insult a tutor and go scot-free
Yeah.
if you are not suspended. And you see, some of those who treat their kids or their wards this way with that kind of luxurious style, they are not the richest. I haven't seen KENEDY AGYAPONG doing that. I haven't seen the big names.
You really want to see
doing
them
that.
before?
No, I'm only saying.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the big names that we are aware that they can't even hide their money.
I understand that. I understand.
We haven't seen them doing that. So
when you go
it's
to-
also about content creation.
That's also
That's
true.
what I think.
You see,
Maybe
Just to portray a certain image on
that,
social media.
You see, Crosby, beyond that, for me, yes, I've heard people talk about content creation and all that, but I saw what was happening, camera following and all that. But you see, sometimes this is what I've observed in parenting. When you tend to pamper your children so much, at the end of the day, they become liabilities.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They may become liabilities.
Most of them are not.
become.
They
No,
may
most
become.
of them become liabilities.
Unless we are drawing on some facts.
Yes, I have facts.
Yes.
I
yes.
have a lot of facts.
Yes.
But you know, on this platform, you
Yeah.
can't be mentioning names and all that. And it is because everything was so easy for them. All provisions were there. At age 15, you have been gifted a car. Probably at age 20 or 21, you'll be gifted a house. You know, so what else
By age
do you have
30,
to struggle for?
a community.
You understand? What else are you going to struggle for? So even if parents have money and then they will it to you, they have factories, they will it to you, because your foundations were not strong, because you don't have that kind of mental fortitude,
Yeah.
because you don't have that kind of, you know, intelligence, you lose all these things.
You mismanage them.
Well,
Like he said, Prof, like he said, it also is maybe in a sense that, like in education, we have something we call reward and punishment. If you have gifted your child a car and it's because he came out with first class, it's a motivation. It's a reward for what he has done. He will try to do better. But if it is that it is just out of complete, whether first class, second class, not you are giving, that could easily, end up being making the person a liability. For instance, yesterday, Father's Day, I was there when my kids, their mother called. I was talking with them. Then I asked them what they taught them at Makaranta. They told me, and they were able to read some verses that I don't know.
And recite it.
I was impressed. So I asked, what do you want? The fellow said, this and pizza. And definitely the second one also said pizza. I told their mother, take. Then the last born, who cannot even speak, I said, take this for her too. So it's a motivation. Tomorrow when they go to Makaranta, they will try to learn more. Because they say, look, there's a reward here.
You see, when you go to the various senior high schools, when I was in senior high school, that's not very long ago. I mean, you guys are...
Hey, don't even bring yourself.
There's this thing that we're doing in SHS, most that means most fashionable.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, what we're witnessing is that, particularly the boys,
Yes.
they would get sneakers,
Yes.
various brands. They would buy them or they would acquire them, however they get them, show them off, to go to the extent of burn them.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Show off.
To show
it's
off
like,
how
yes.
rich they are.
Ah.
They are those most popular.
Yes.
So the most fashionable means you are fashionable. You have these things.
Exactly.
They would get designer bags. I mean, some would be fake, of course.
Yes.
But they would show them off and then make it seem that they can discard them off easily. And this is an activity that oftentimes the school is aware of.
You are joking.
So it does not happen when there's a period after school, maybe between 3 and 6, that it happens. The school knows, either officially or unofficially. The school is aware
The
that
staff, not in the north.
the school is aware that, okay, this period, this is what the students are doing. They are doing most fast. So they'll bring some cadet officers and all of that to control the crowd. So it means the school is aware. If the school does not stop these things early enough, from most far, then we are getting to who is bringing car, who is bringing water. So I think that the schools have a role to play in nibbling these things in the bud before they get to this level. And gentlemen, we have to go for a break.
So
let me take your final thoughts.
Before you go, before you go, you see, that's why I felt that, you know, the ministry probably would have to go a step further. policy guidelines.
Break it down. How
Break
you
it
would
down.
really do
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
This most fashionable will bring some talents, isn't it? But on the other side, it will bring some kind of jealousy. People may want to do certain things, background
Stealing and all that.
and all that, you know. But if the guidelines are there, and headmasters and headmistresses, teachers, have that power to control, you understand?
Yeah.
Obviously, some of these things will be minimized.
Okay. I get that.
But is it about show of talent? I'm not seeing it. It is about show of talent.
It's not show of talent.
It's show of riches. Because
I mean,
why
there are
is
some
in
that.
rates
Okay, that may be because recently I saw one secondary school somewhere in Western region. They were doing this fashion show.
Oh, that's different.
Okay.
They incinerate them afterwards to show that I have
different.
enough and I can discard without
That's
feeling.
different. You see, and this call or this ban from the GES and the Ministry of Education is going to the public schools. I don't know whether, and I'll take brief comments on this so we can go for a break and talk about other things. I don't know whether it should be extended to the private schools as well. You see, very soon in the coming months, I don't know when it happens, but we'll see this culture from outside that has creeped into ours. Prom and dinner nights.
Yeah.
You see Ghanaian students in private schools going for prom nights.
Yeah.
And then it's something that happens outside.
Yeah, it's a foreign.
You see how these students will dress.
Yeah.
The females will dress, the males will dress, the vehicles that will carry them to the event ground and all of that.
Yeah.
I think it is also a cause of worry. It is almost the same as what has happened. They call them prom
I will
nights.
speak to two things
Yes.
here. I would love to disabuse the minds of people who would think that we are speaking from an unprivileged position and we don't understand it when
In
you
fact,
are.
I saw a comment on social media
Oh,
that
really?
said poverty will let you think buying a gift for your child after SHS
That
is bad. No, that's not what we're saying.
We are saying that you have to be reasonable and measured in things that you do, considering the fact that you have to be alarmed by the exigencies, the society that you live in, the structure, and how it is made up. So it's not that we are not exposed; we are far exposed. We know all these things, but the point is that be reasonable and be measured.
Know how
so
you're doing
don't
it.
do it because they are underage. Number two, the prom night and so that you're talking about. Well, these are private institutions, and that is what we are all clamoring for. If your child is in a private institution and you can afford, it's like we are all millionaires and all our children are going to private school. So that one we are all equal. So that one, when you're showing off, everybody knows that, hey, that is it.
So this celebration can go on in the private schools?
You see, these schools are running, what's the name, international curriculum, not our local ones. So they're doing the GCE O levels and the A levels. So under such circumstances, these are things that happen alongside, or these are events that happen alongside. So the prom night and all that, well, they are free to do it because they are not within the ambit of the education ministry directly. These are private institutions who have their own set of rules and regulations. So in that regard, well, prom night, you can go ahead and do it, but ours is limited to the schools that's under the ambit of the Ministry of Education, which says don't do those lavish things. That's what our
Gafaru, do you think it should be extended to the private schools as well, some way, somehow?
It should be extended to the private schools, in the sense that they are all Ghanaians. I even think that, in fact, I would even suggest, make a suggestion which seems a bit weird. Look, growing up, I knew public schools to have been some of the best institutions in our part of the country, North. Today, those institutions, they are a pale shadow of themselves. Now it is about private, because as if those who are going to the public institutions are unintelligent because of the policies or the indiscipline that is now in those public institutions.
Right.
So how do we do so that our public institutions are not going down? They don't become a pale shadow of themselves as they are now. Let's see how we'll bring in policies or regulations to cover all of them. If they are using this particular syllabus in a private school and it's making their students to perform better, the same syllabus should be used in the public institutions.
That would be difficult.
No, I, that's what I'm thinking. I even think that
would be a complete
we shouldn't
education
have
overhaul.
we shouldn't even have a complete privatization of education facilities. If
There
it
should
should
be-
maybe it should be partner with government. They shouldn't allow people to own schools on their own.
Anyways.
Because in a sense, I feel like even our public institutions, the teachers or tutors or lecturers, they don't like even performing well because of the pay, as compared to those who the locum they will do in private institutions. So anything that is happening within our educational sector, I think it should be extended across.
And Doc, the private schools, you think the GS should look at extending something like this to the private schools? They say they have not had reports of it happening yet, but should they wait for it to happen before they intervene briefly?
Are you saying that the private schools are saying that they have not gotten reports?
No, GES is saying that this ban is limited to the public schools because they have not heard reports of this extravagance coming from the private schools.
No, they even started it. And but you see, I feel that because GES provides the license for operations of private schools, and again the curriculum is also by GES. I feel strongly that, you see, the control of GES should not just be limited to public schools alone.
Right.
Private schools should be regulated.
Okay.
And you see, most of these SSs, especially at the basic level, come from the private schools. And because sometimes we see these private schools even organizing birthday parties. All right. Sometimes even the teachers will be having their birthday parties, and whether you like it or not, every child is supposed to send a gift to the teacher.
That's true.
Which is very bad. So some of these behaviors should be cut off, and the GES will not just limit its powers because they are not the ones funding the private institutions.
Right.
No, I think that they should have that control. And you see, this thing that you talked about, going out in the night for programs and all that, at age 14, and I feel that it has to do with parental control. I wouldn't allow my daughter, or my son, to at that tender age, to go for a program in the night, not even in the day, when I feel that your security cannot be assured. When I feel that going to that program would expose you to other social vices and all that, I wouldn't.
Right. And I'll read a few comments on our stream on Facebook this morning. This one is from Yahaya Ishao. It says, for my own thoughts about this intervention, it says it's a good step taken by the GES. Because if this does not stop, it will go a long way to distract other students. This is not graduation. This is just to cause frustration to other students. And it says, my greetings to Comrade A.A. Gafaru. And George Gapeto says that Patricia Megashi, parents of these kids, must undergo lifestyle audit. Simple. This is still 3FM 92.7. Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. Comrade A.A. Gafaro is here with me. Patricia Magashi is here with me, as well as Dr. Ben Atutubuahin. Going for a break. When we come back, we'll get into some other conversations this morning. Stay with us. Staying on education this morning, but with a different angle. Ghana is facing a serious classroom question. The education minister says the country needs between 50,000 and 90,000 more teachers to serve schools properly. But the financial clearance available now is for only 7,000 recruits. At the same time, teacher unions say more than 100,000 qualified teachers are still unemployed. So here's the contradiction. The schools need teachers. The trained teachers need jobs, but the budget says only a small number can be recruited. That's the conversation that we're getting into this morning. Patrice, when I was reading the stats, you moved to the edge of your seat.
You do not want to get me into this. You do not want to.
You are inside, Patrice. You are
never
inside
want to get
already.
Me into this because sometimes I don't know how we should speak about it. When I sit out and I hear people discuss matters like this and they are cajoling, they are punching with kids' gloves and all those things. I mean, what is the essence of the statistics that the minister, is it the minister who put it out?
No, this is data we found. Data we have.
Yes. So what is the essence? So let me be clear. It is data you have found out that this is the situation.
Yes.
Not attributed to any minister or ministry or to anybody.
But there are reports that the minister has made these remarks.
Yes.
That 50 to 90,000 teachers.
So what did the minister say to the effect that what is the solution that he proffered?
That we don't know.
If you didn't proffer any solution, this is a very useless point or statement to make.
In fact, this is the education minister. Let's listen to him when he was making those data,
right.
Those figures
Let's
available
listen to it.
us.
Let's listen to it.
Every year you have over 5,000 teachers produced in Ghana. But you don't have the clearance to be able to engage them. But I admit that there is acute shortage of teachers in the country. As I've indicated, our national need and requirement will be to recruit for about 50,000 teachers. I only have clearance for 7,000 and for about 3,000 for the tertiary education space. You now have the Commission for Technical and Vocational Education. You now have the GES. And therefore, when we are recruiting, we allocate both for TVET and for GES. But there's a difference between need and what I have budgetary approval for. My need is between 50 to 90,000 teachers, but I have clearance for 7,000, and that's what I'm making do with. Our attitude as a country has been to train teachers. So you had UCC, University of Education, Winneba, and the teacher training colleges across the country. Mr. Speaker, for 2023, the batch that completed teacher education training were not recruited. 2024 were not recruited. 2025 not recruited. So you have a huge backlog of trained teachers who are not being engaged because of its implications on the compensation budget. So currently, even the 7,000 that we are discussing, the difficulty is what number of the 2023 batch are you taking? And what number of the 2024 batch are you taking? I'm sure my colleague, the Honorable Codjoe, who previously was at the Ministry of Education, went through the same stress I'm going through. You can only proceed
telling us the problem.
Well, it hurts me that it was not conclusive. I didn't watch till the end to find out what he said. Possibly he would have proffered a solution, but if he did not proffer any solution, then that means this is something out of jest. And these are things that we cannot countenance in this country in 2026. You get me? So you can't come and stand and then speak the challenges and the issues, but not proffer a solution. So if he's been allowed clearance for only 7,000, we have 43,000 people out there who have not been absorbed into the system.
Yeah.
Is it coming from the Ministry of Finance? If it is so, why is the Ministry of Finance reneging on its responsibility to ensure that all these people who have been catered for and gone and trained to come and take care of students are not being co-opted into the schools.
There's no money. That's what the finance minister is saying.
What do we mean by there's no money? You see, when you talk about there's no money, it just ruffles me. Who has gone to the World Cup? Which ministers have gone to the World Cup? Which state institution was in the heads have gone to the World Cup? Even to the extent of the vice president going to the World Cup. You get it? If we have monies to spend on such people, well, I was excited when the president said he was not going to spend $11,000 per each supporter to go, and then we were cutting off. Let us do the assessment of those who have gone and the amount of money that are spent on them. You get it? So some of these things we must deal with it holistically. We must not just say I do not have money or there's no money. What do we mean by there's no money? Then tomorrow we turn around and we cry that the system is bereft of educated people, or people who are well trained, or people who are knowledgeable, or people who can help this system or the economy to be on its feet. What are we doing to ourselves? Should this be the same mantra, the same thing that is repeated every now and then? I think when such things happen, we should ask the Minister of Education, the Minister of Finance, and the Chief of Staff, under whose supervisory jurisdiction all these people function. That if Haruna Idrisu, what is your plan for these 43,000 people to be absorbed into the system? Minister of Finance, why is it difficult for you to make provision for these 43,000 people? Let us stop this thing once and for all. Now the UTAG is claiming that they're going to go on strike.
Yeah, on strike.
On strike? You see?
No, they say 30th.
30th.
Yeah.
Great. So why should we be saddled by all these things? And I'll say this now and any time that I come on the platform. This is my point. There is nothing like a politician. Anybody should come out and tell me we have politicians. There are no politicians. Who is a politician? Who is a politician such that we allow certain people to take us for granted because we put them in that category of a politician? Who is Haruna Idrisu? A trained lawyer. Who is the finance minister? Trained economists. Who is the chief of staff? He's trained. All these people are trained. We have doctors, we have lawyers, we have engineers, we have architects, we have all these people. They are all trained. So whatever institution we have placed them in, they are working as trained people. Let's stop calling them politicians, so that when people mess up, we say politicians are terrible. These are technocrats, so they should give us answers and results to what they are working on.
What the problems
are. No, he's told us. I didn't listen to the end, so I don't know what he said at the end as to what agreement has come with the finance minister. But it will be pretty good for us to understand these things. I don't like repetition in matters that are easy. What do you mean by we don't have money? So why did you allow them to go to the school?
When you knew you don't.
Yes, why did you allow them? You should have just shut the teacher training institution. Because when you take in more, there will be people so that they can go to other institutions, to study. So why do we allow it?
Gafaru, this is your government. It's something that you have to deal with. The minister attributed, he also mentioned the former education minister in Team Codjoe.
That's 2023. Some people. So
he also had to deal with
backlog. So close the schools.
Do you have a plan to deal with the backlogs in the various sectors? Thousands of nurses are at home, but hospitals need health professionals to work. How are you dealing with this problem? Or you come and tell us the problem and not proffer any solution?
Thank you very much. You see, I understand the difficulty. I've been in a similar situation, as an unemployed nurse. So therefore, I understand.
How long were you home for?
I was home for about 1 year, 3 months.
You're lucky. You're lucky.
Yes.
And you became an unemployed nurse?
Yes.
Okay.
And became a tutor, a nurse educator.
Okay.
From then. You see, it's so difficult and frustrating when you pay so much money to be trained, only to come out and then your parents will still need to cater for your basic needs as an adult. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
It becomes difficult for you to even reintegrate within your own home because of how they will now see you. They will see you to be very useless because we paid a lot to train you. You came out. They will not know that it is a problem, a structural or a systemic problem. They will now see you as the problem. That's the challenge. So I will not, belittle what is happening as far as the concern of those who are unemployed, because here and there we see them on the streets protesting that they should be absorbed. But the question is, how long? Because this has been happening from
1912.
Yes, it has been happening. Unemployment issue has been there, especially within the training the professionals. But the question is, even in the advanced countries, they still have a rate of, at least some level of rate of unemployment. There's no government who can cure completely unemployment problem. But the huge percentage of the unemployment is the challenge. Now the question is, should we continue training, like you asked, teachers, nurses, doctors, other professionals that come out and remain unemployed? Or we should move towards TVET training technocrats?
TVET
that should be the question.
It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
We train not only for government to absorb. That's why we can't close down those schools. We train because some will be absorbed by private facilities.
Okay.
Oh, Gafari, we should 43,000.
No, but we know the private facilities we have. We know their number and their capacity.
You see, it's not always like we said. It's not that government institutions or facilities are okay. There's no gap between students and teachers or facilities and teachers. There's huge gap. But the concern is about the fiscal constraint.
That's what
the fiscal constraint.
That's what he doesn't understand.
Yes, if it was open that government can easily employ, I don't think MPP would have left those 2 or 3 badges at home, because they would have needed their votes. Mostly when it's getting closer to elections, governments start to recruit, even regardless of whether they will be able to pay or not, regardless of the fiscal challenges.
So, Patrice, you came into fiscal challenges.
You came in to resolve the matter.
No, I'm coming.
You came in to resolve the matter, not to regurgitate the problems.
We don't have a lot of time. We have about 3 minutes more to go.
Like I'm saying,
Doc has not even
Doc will take a bite.
It has always happened. It has been there. It didn't start today. We are here to, solve the problem.
So the solution is what?
We must swallow the bitter pill and tell ourselves that no government will be able to solve it completely.
What plans do you have?
The plans we have is, one, like we are now bringing in this Ejumawura. Some of them are beneficial of Ejumawura, where they've been given capital to look somewhere. And they are establishing their own.
It is not my forte.
I'm saying we are bringing in policies. Ejumawura is there. Apart from that, the National Apprenticeship Program is there to also solve the unemployment issue.
We are not talking unemployment. You are talking about teachers, qualified teachers who have not been
Some qualified teachers are taking advantage of the Ejumawura and they are giving capital.
You are only presuming that in the absence of the school absorbing
I know
them,
about 2 unemployed teachers whose proposals have been considered.
2?
And they've, yes.
Out of 43,000.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's not possible to solve it completely. Yeah. It's a systemic problem.
But do you honestly believe that the solutions you are bringing up now, you say National Apprenticeship Program, you say Ajumara and all the other employment initiatives of the government, do you honestly believe that will be able to, even just for the teacher groups, that will be able to solve significantly this number?
Not at all. Prof is here. Look, Prof is here, and he may be able to even elaborate further. Look, it is about time we move from just churning out teachers, nurses, and also look into other aspects of, like we said, the TVET. And allow them to come out and be on their own. Because government, whether you like it, government cannot employ over 50% of the population. It's not possible to be on government payroll.
Yes.
What we are also doing as a government is to also help, this kind of private institutions like private banks. Yes, unlike in the past, MPP came and collapsed a lot of banks, making people unemployed.
That is a whole matter.
Let's leave him. You will come back.
Some were teachers.
Yes.
Who couldn't get employment in the teaching sector, but they got employed in the banking sector. Yeah. For instance, Ndum banks. I hope you are getting it. They were collapsed and they became unemployed.
So the private sector can help.
We are revamping the private sector so that it will be able to absorb some of the teachers. But whether we like it or not, we are having over 100,000 professional trained teachers, and we need about 50 to 90,000.
Yes, and we only have clearance for 7,000.
7,000.
Anyways,
where would
let me take your final word.
And it's also a process.
And look, if you can do this in a minute for me, I'll be grateful.
The issue is massive, so a minute.
Yeah, a minute.
Unfortunately, is we have just 3 minutes to end.
The whole thing for me, I pity Minister, Education Ministry, and the problems there. That is why probably he can only, talk about the issues. But you see, for me, issues about retraining will become very important as a solution. I mean, education is expanding. New areas are emerging.
Yes.
So those in the house, if government can take over and probably do some kind of retraining for them, and then get them into the system where there are vacancies, I think it will help. Beyond that, I also believe that this issue about entrepreneurial trainings, in our universities, should cut across every department, every faculty, and all that.
I agree with that.
All right.
So that when they come out,
by the time you are coming out, you are a teacher, but you are an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Yes.
You probably may want to register, get some seed money, and start something. For me, the way to go now is to become bosses of our own selves. And if government can have this deliberate, policy going forward, that would be, a very good thing for this country. That is what China did.
Right.
That is what South Korea did. That is what Japan has done and done very well.
Yeah.
And so, if you are going to learn from best practices,
And
I think
Germany.
I think that some of these things could help us and help us better.
Right.
I know some teachers who came up didn't get employment. Now they are doing fish farming, and they will never want to go into the teaching process.
Who gave them the opportunity?
No, I'm only
So
saying
they
like,
just, yes.
like
Even
you're
just
saying,
lost
the
it
seed
in a way.
capital.
I met a guy who was into Uber.
Yeah.
Okay,
So they lost their way and found
he
something.
got
You
family
get it?
help,
Right.
bought a car, started Uber. Now he has about 3 cars.
No.
The problem.